this sound and I can go here and ta-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now it's up. Now we're popping, boys. How you doing, guys? Welcome, Benji, to the live stream of the podcast.
Thank you, Felix. You're sexy as fuck, dude.
No. You're sexy. You're the one. Like we've known each other for not so long, but you know that I've fallen in love with, the sexiness of yourself.
Bro, this is so homo, and I love it. All the homo.
Yeah,
yes.
but if you say #no homo, it works. You don't like.
Yeah.
We can.
I've been chastised for saying that though. For saying no homo. That's like, someone got really. It was actually an ex-girlfriend. She got super mad at me. Well, she did live with a gay dude, and me and the gay dude were good friends. Mm-hmm. And she explained to me why I shouldn't say that. And there's a lot of shit that when people are like, hey, you can't say that, you fucking idiot. What are you, a redneck? You blah, blah, blah. Like, okay. A lot of the shit that people don't want you to say, I get why they're saying it, but also don't try and tell me what I can and can't say.
Yeah, you can
tell
me say everything. No, I hate that. I fucking hate, like, Flames, just the one, hey, hi Flames, how you doing? Hi Danya, welcome back, and after you finish, you will come back. Okay, cool. Benji, if you can have the comments on your screen also, so you can also answer the comments with me, that would be cool.
Yeah.
And Flames told me that apparently you can get banned by saying simp or, well, I'm saying it, but
no. Are you live streaming on Twitch right now as well, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you don't say it. It's
really.
It's not a smart move. Yeah, we have we tested it out on my stream, and the kids in my stream, or the guys in my stream, were like, dude, do not say that shit.
Oh, it's that hard. Like, it's that intense.
Yeah, really? Well, I think that's fucking ridiculous.
That's
simp and I guess those words are so goddamn funny, and they offend people that do not need to be offended at all. Like, what I was saying with the no homo thing, that my ex explained it to me in a way where I did understand, and I was careful about when I said it. But at the same time, you got to think about, like, okay, if you have to be careful where you say it, should you say it at all? And I think the answer to that is yes, because, as long as you're not a hateful person and if you just want to make people laugh, man, then that's no homo. 10 out of 10 times, someone's just trying to make someone else laugh, unless you're actually a massive bigot that lives somewhere in Alabama and fucks his cousin,
Oh, yeah, but still, like, a bigot, a guy who is homophobic, wouldn't say #no homo. He would say, no, I'm no homo, disgusting. He would say something like that. And it's so fucking dumb that people get offended by that. And, okay, you get offended, cool. But get offended by yourself. Don't affect my life by your thoughts. Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah. No, agreed.
I need to also answer a bit the comments, and you can answer them. But
sure.
With me. What's up, Niño Lombard? Happy to see you here. So welcome to everybody that is here right now. We're doing a live podcast with my good friend Benji. He's also a live streamer, a DJ, and a fucking legend. He has other qualities, but we're gonna talk about that when we start the podcast. Welcome, Mr. Wandriel, and what's up, everybody? So you can keep on going with the #no homo comments.
Jesus.
I don't know, but what was her arguments like?
Well, it's the kind of, when you say, like, no homo, the connotation is that being a homosexual person is bad, and I would say that these days, especially, 98% of the people who use that term completely understand that nobody gives a fuck about who you love or little kid stuff. That's a different story. But, like, 98% of the people don't give a fuck about that these days.
Yeah, and I don't know, the fact, like, when you say #no homo, you don't mean like hashtag let's get the homos out. Like, it says this, like, the way I'm saying it is just a joke. Like, I don't know, it like, they get offended because they don't understand the meaning of the actual joke, and it's so stupid.
Yes. Okay. Now, I'm on your side here, but we also have to take into consideration here's the issue. Here's what I think the issue is. also 27 and have had many addictions in my life, and I'm a complete fucking idiot. So keep that in mind as I say, here's the issue. Like I'm gonna case the entire fucking planet's world issues right now. But I think part of the big issue is that nobody wants to listen to each other. So when someone with our point of view says, you just don't get the fucking joke, it's just a joke, you don't fucking get it, and then blocks out what the other side is trying to say, which in this case would be, you don't understand, you're offending someone, blah blah blah, then we're just stuck in this back and forth of, you're an asshole, no, I'm just trying to be funny, you're a pussy, no, you're not funny, you're an asshole, no, you're a pussy, I'm, it's back and forth, and it never gets anywhere. So I completely understand where people are coming from. I mean, I guess one of the questions is, would you say no homo in front of a gay dude?
Depends the gay dude. Like if it's a friend and I can joke with him, like yeah, probably. But if he's not, and I don't know how offended he can get, I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable in any way,
You know what? I'm on the exact same page. I work a lot of weddings, and obviously most of my male friends are gay, and I make many gay jokes to them, but they're also kind of, degenerate comedy types like me. So so we're all on the same page. The issue is I want to be able to say what I want to say, but I don't want to hurt people's feelings. So that's why I have viewer discretion advised on my Twitch. That's why, I don't really hang out with people unless they, have a dark sense of humor like me, because I feel like I can't really be myself,
Yeah, well, that's the whole problem with the internet, right? Like you can't select the people that watch you and detect beforehand if they are able to understand the jokes that you get that you're saying. Like if a comedian, for example, makes a stand-up and they put it, they make a show, for example, it's obvious that okay, maybe 90% of the people that are coming there will like it, but there's a obvious percentage that will get offended, and you can't really control it. So, are you gonna change your content to make everyone happy and comfortable, or are you gonna stick to your guts and be yourself instead of just according to the laws? I don't know.
So, that's an interesting segue.
Wait. Before you answer that, because Danya says that you suppose the LGBTQ and that homophobe have a problem with the LGBTQ. Did you get that? I didn't understand that. What?
Yes, I was reading that a second ago. Okay, so I believe that's like half a sentence in reference to something we were talking about earlier. So that you support the LGBTQ and that homophobes have a problem. Yeah, so homophobes obviously have a problem with the LGBTQ community. Here's the thing, though. There are a lot less homophobes alive today than there ever have been. And I know that's hard to believe when we just had a presidency that we did in America, but something else that I didn't plan on getting into, but that it's insane to me is I know so many people who voted for Trump. I live in the South in the United States, and I know a lot of right-wing people in general, but a lot of them voted for Trump. Some of my friends voted for Trump. I did not. And I feel like you have to say that in this world now in order to be any sort of respected, but I did not vote for him. Now, here's the issue. For fucking 4 years, everybody on the left side of politics said everyone who voted for Trump is a complete fucking dipshit, cousin fucking asshole. And just classified him as the worst of the worst. And I get it. Trump is a piece of shit in a lot of the things that he's done. But at the same time, if you want people to understand your side, you can't start by berating them and treating them like shit. Because every single Trump supporter that I have talked to since the beginning of all this shit, even when I was back in college, when he was originally first, about to get elected, I had a very long college. All the people that I talked to about him said, no, I know he's a piece of shit. I don't like what he does. I'm not homophobic. I believe in women's rights and this and that. I just don't like the other side's arguments right now. I don't like these things that the other side are presenting, and he's more aligned with my values. Literally every single Trump supporter that I have talked to, family, friends, everyone, they're good people, and they're not sick assholes. And that's you can almost not say that for fear. You know, I hate Trump as much as the next liberal person. I'm a fucking centrist liberal person in America. But I really don't like him. I don't like what he says or what he stands for or any of that. But the people that voted for Trump, at least the close to 20 or 30 people that I must have talked to over the last 5 years, the people that voted for him aren't bad people. And that's what the left side of this country right now is having such a hard time grasping. They can't understand that they're not voting for the values of the person. They're voting for the actual the legislature, what they think that person's going to put through. And it's so sorry, I didn't want to get down that rabbit hole. That
Don't
was
worry,
just,
don't worry. Keep on going. I like it.
You know, it's just I think people are just way too stuck on their own side. And I think growing up in as many places as I did and talking to as many different types of people as I did helped me realize that there are so many more good people in this world than a lot of people think that there are today. And I don't want that to sound like I know more than other people. Like I said, I'm a fucking idiot, but I do know that people are overwhelmingly good and better than most people think that they are.
Well,
you know?
Yeah. Well, I hearing what you're saying, one of the things that I think it's one of the biggest problems nowadays is that people want to get heard, but doesn't want to listen to other people. Like if someone supports Trump or doesn't support it or the country, like they want to get heard and they don't want to listen. Like they're so oh my god, what's the word? Like they're so I forget the word. Doesn't matter. Like they don't.
No worries.
They don't want to get. They don't want to hear other people, and it creates a barrier between people. Once, like in the United States, I think it's the right and the left. I don't really know much about politics, but it looks so divided in the United States. And when you see it from the outside, it looks like a shit show, to be honest.
Yeah, well, something that a lot of people don't talk about, just because it doesn't sell ads on fucking Google, is that most of the people in America don't give a fuck. Don't give a single fuck about politics. Everybody still wakes up the next day when someone else gets elected. Now people are starting to care because of the pandemic and the regulations, you know, that have come through the government these days. But most people don't really give a shit, and it's all just overblown, and there's rallies and protests and all that, but most people just fucking live their life. Who gives a shit, you know?
Okay.
But you know, I definitely did not want to derail this into politics, which is something I am not suited to talk about too much. Do you want to
switch? Well, yeah, why not? First, let's read the comments. Like El Nino put something.
El Nino Lombard.
A little Lombard. Yeah, the thing is, humor and jokes lost the humor behind it when there's no reference to something else or a punchline. Like all women belong to the kitchen. It's like a random comment like that is not a joke anymore. There's no build up to it or punchline.
Now I completely get what you're saying there. Yes, just saying that, like, with no context, no nothing. Yes, that's not a joke anymore. But if you are a comedian yelling that at someone in the audience who's being an asshole or something, and everybody laughs because it's like you're berating a heckler, then yeah, that could be a joke. Or if you're with a close group of friends and you're trying to just say the darkest thing, just, you know, something that's messed up that obviously isn't true, and you know it's just going to get a laugh out of them because it's so absurd, that is a joke too. But you're right. If you're saying it with no context and no meaning behind it, then yeah.
Well, yeah, there has to be content, and most of the jokes and most of the phrases that people say have content. And when people judge the phrases of people, most of the time they erase the context, like the media. And when you see YouTubers getting on dramas and most like PewDiePie and stuff like that, most of the time they don't even acknowledge the fact that there's a context to their jokes, and they just take the phrase by itself, which makes no fucking sense, because some people that will hear that phrase won't know the context and will obviously get offended, but that's that's their fault. They don't know the context. So it's not the comedian's fault. It's the public fault. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I completely get that. And Nino, right? Lombard. Yeah, 100%. You can make a joke about it, making fun of the past stereotypes, but it has to be included in something. Yeah, absolutely. I think we're on the same page there. And I think that the most important thing that nobody takes into consideration, or not many do, is intention. You have to take intention into consideration. It's like a lot of people nowadays don't care what your intention is. It's black and white. You're good or bad. You're racist or you're inclusive. You're homophobic or you're open to other people doing what they want. It's all black and white, and no one takes into consideration, the context or intention. I think intention is so goddamn important. All I want to do is make everybody in my life laugh. That's it. And it sounds so fucking corny, and I say it all the time, but I genuinely I know what it's like to feel sadder than fucking anything, and I just want people to laugh. That's it. I just want, if I can literally every day I wake up in the morning, my goal is the first thing I want to do is make my girlfriend laugh. That's fucking, I try and what's going to make her laugh right now. And throughout the fucking day, I'll see people at a store or anywhere. I want to make like the cashier at Walmart laugh at something stupid, like a dad joke she's probably heard 1,000,000 times. I just want, and I think that's super important to take into consideration. There are a lot of people that either just want you to laugh or, they're upset about something, and that doesn't excuse all forms of language. But, I think intention is super, super important.
For sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I hate, in general, I do hate the society of nowadays of cancel culture and how everything is blocked. Like the freedom of speech is getting so narrow by the day. You can take the example of the S word that now can't be said on fucking Twitch. Like, how is that even possible? That's the stupidest thing I've heard, and that's a direct attack to our freedom of speech, and it's like that should be illegal. I don't know. That sucks. I hate that. I fucking hate that. But let's not derail too much on that. Let's try at least to start the podcast because we haven't even started.
What are we at? Like we're like 20 minutes.
20. It's okay. Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool. It means you will be good at talking shit.
It's just have fun, man.
You're not allowed to nowadays. Your attention are not taken in consideration. Your intentions are not taken in considerations. The S word, spaghetti. No,
I'll say it so you don't get in trouble. Simp and incel are now words that you can no longer say on Twitch anymore. They're bannable words. It's like saying, the N word or the F word for homosexual people, or they've basically treated it as hate speech, which if you think about it, simps and incels, those two groups that's the last time I'll say it. We'll say S and Ps, those are the only, that is like categorically single white men. Like I thought they were the one group of people that we were allowed to shit on as a society these days. Like I don't know how that group of guys, just white men, how did they wiggle their way into the LGBTQ, ultra progressive movement? Like how did that, unless, dude, I've got a theory actually. Sorry. Dude, this is burning a hole in my fucking mind. Dude, you know what I think happened? Damn. I think that people who run Twitch, guys, this is so real. This isn't even a theory. This is, listen to this, dude. The people who run Twitch, who do you think they are? Like did you guess predominantly white men? You're fucking right, dude. Do you think they've ever had sex in their life? I would say no. So Twitch is run by S&Ps. So that's why, dude, oh my God, that's not even a theory, dude. That's it. Twitch is run by S&Ps, and they got their butthole hurt.
You will get banned in 2 days. Keep on going like this. Let's see your 200 followers going down to 0 in a day. I need to change my camera battery. Give me a second. You can talk to the people or read comments if you want.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, boys and girls, while Felix is gone, welcome. My name is Benjillionaire over on Twitch and Benjillionaire GG on Instagram, Benjillionaire on YouTube. Let's see what your comments say. What up, Sacred Salt? Hello. Sacred Salto, here, your favorite ionic compound. Dude, ionic compounds fuck so much harder than any other compound. Don't at me. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But it has to be included in something for sure. On the yeah. Yeah. I feel you, El Nino. Sacred. Don't shit on anyone. Let's be nice. True. Yes, we do want to be nice here. What the fuck? I mean, oh no! Did it? Damn, Nino. Did it just? I guess it just. It edited out those two terms. Wow, is overused, but it's to be fucking used in certain cases, and it's a formal. I don't know. I know it stands for involuntary celibacy, but I don't know if it's an actual formal term.
Yeah.
Discord. Okay, there we go. There's the Nightbot. El Nino. Yeah. Hey, you seem cool, broski. Hey, fuck yeah, thank you, dude. Me and Felix have a lot in common, which is why I think we've done a lot up to this point here, and Felix is fucking awesome. So glad I found you, El Nino.
You're the awesome one. Come on, you found me. You get the you get the applause. Let's start with the podcast, shall we? Well, before we start, El Nino put a long comment, so let's read it.
Sure.
A member of an online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually, typically associated with viewers that are hostile towards women and men who are sexually active.
Yes. So can I dive into this for just a sec?
Yeah.
Okay, the term. Well, okay, no, we're defining it. I'm defining something, so I should be able to. Hey, El Nino Lombard, thank you so much for the follow, brother. I appreciate that. So the term incel stands for involuntary celibacy, and it was coined a while back, like a while back, and it is a group of online guys who they believe that because women are not attracted to them, that something is wrong with the women, because they are such nice guys with such good personalities and women aren't immediately attracted to them. They think that something is wrong with the women. Now, I have friends in my, Mr. Wandrill, thank you so much for the follow as well. I have friends in my life that used to be a long time ago that I could see going down this path. And I've listened to what these people say. Like, they say, I'm such a nice guy. I don't understand. Like, I'm so nice. That guy is such an asshole. Why did he get the girl? Blah, blah, blah. It's always about what is wrong with the other person and not what is wrong with me. When what these fucking guys don't understand, and so we should be able to call them this because they're basically idiots, is that no one owes you a goddamn thing. No one on this planet. Their parents fucked up when day one, when they were walking out the door to their very first day of school, their parents didn't say, listen, no one owes you shit. When you're in here, we love you unconditionally. We will die for you. But when you walk out that door, no one fucking owes you a goddamn thing. And you cannot act like anyone owes you a goddamn thing. What these guys don't understand is, they're super nice. Yeah, that's awesome. You can have a great personality, be funny. Cool. What the fuck else, dude? You have so much competition on this planet. A girl's not going to like you just because you're fucking nice. Because you go, ooh, woo, I love you, blushes in her fucking comments. Dude, most people think that's cringy. Most people think that most of the shit that you do as a quote-unquote nice guy is fucking cringy as shit. No one gives a fuck if you're just nice. What do you have to offer to the rest of the world? What do you have to offer to this girl that you're pursuing? If it's just that you're nice, okay. Is she going to get fucking taken and you're going to get your ass beat because you're a skinny little bitch? Okay. Are you going to make her and her friends laugh all the time because you're funny? Okay, that's a better start. So now you're big and you're funny. Okay, what else do you have? Oh, you can play a guitar? Awesome. That's attractive to a person. You went to school. Now you have a better job. Awesome. Now you have fucking things that you can actually offer instead of just saying, I'm a fucking nice guy, so I deserve this. Life is not a fucking Disney movie, and everyone lied to you. So I get it. It's not 100% your fucking fault. But also, shut the fuck up and become better. You pussy. Sorry. That...
Oh my god, that was so good. I was just listening. I was just like, oh my, I'm not hyped by your voice. And that was fucking amazing. Clap in the chat,
Oh.
boys. Clap in the chat. Everyone like, pray the Lord, pray the Lord.
Oh, praise Dale.
That was
I mean,
amazing. Like honestly, I coincide totally. But the thing is, that was kind of the beginning, not the definition of a simp, a person that says good things just to receive good things back from women most of the time, and then
yes.
when they don't, they rage because they only expected good things to come back. That was the initial definition. Then the everybody started using it. Kids started using it without the knowledge of the definition of what it was, so they call it simp, whomever said a compliment to a woman. So that's where it got kind of messed up. And
right, but that was a big part of that was PewDiePie, and PewDiePie was just making jokes about, like, obviously he loves his wife so much, like you could see it in their videos. He's done, I'm sure, a lot of this for her with what he's built, and he's making jokes and he's trying to make people laugh. So if what you're saying is true and it is in retaliation of people just making jokes, that's disgusting. But on the other side, if it's because young kids these days are like, oh, you haven't had sex yet, you're an incel. That's just stupid kids that don't understand what they're saying. So either way, banning the terms just because people are either using them incorrectly or trying to make jokes out of them, that's
fucking bullshit.
I get certain words. You don't say the N-word because black people have been through more shit in this country than literally anyone else next to Native Americans. You don't say kike for Jews because we had the fucking Holocaust. You don't say, you don't say certain things because they're fucking horrible. What the fuck have incels S and P I was saying
those
thing.
words. The S and P word.
Loser kids who can't get laid. Just kidding. Sorry.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe honestly, if you think maybe it's they ban it, especially on Twitch, because let's be honest, most of the people that watch Twitch are gamers that are young and more probably are simps, but not in the initial definition of a cancerogenal person that is horrible to women. Like the last definition, that was just a person that I don't know, gives a fuck ton of compliments to women without any reason.
Yeah. I think that El Nino in the comments has a great fucking comment here. Now, for me, a simp is someone that abandons all his principles to please someone else that he likes. So yeah, like abandoning your friends and telling your friends they're wrong when no, that's, you don't get it, she's not like that, and just completely ditching everyone. Yeah, for just to be at the beg and whim of some whoever it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's the perfect definition, I think, for me too.
Yeah, someone that has been hypnotized by the woman and like it's blindly doing whatever kind of she desires and what he thinks she desires, right?
Yeah. And Sacred Salt coming in with a fucking heater, dude. That's a good point. You got to be fair. You have a point. If you even give a girl a compliment like, your hair looks nice, blah, 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 your kids will call you blank, and it's really okay. You know what, dude? You know what, Sacred? That here's something for you. I have always a kind of agreed with that. People will get like, oh, you give a compliment, blah, blah, blah. But also, I've gotten to a point in my life where I do not give a single fuck. Every single person that I run into, and like I'll be like in the mall and I'll see a girl with like really bright eyes, I'll be like, God damn, your fucking eyes are awesome, and then it puts a smile on their face and they keep going. Or if it's online, I'll make a comment on like a dude or a girl, whoever it is. I dish out compliments like for fucking free all the time, dude. And to guys or girls, at the end of the day, this is the issue. You have to not give a fuck. You can't look at the rest of society to coddle you. You just have to learn how to not give a fuck. There are not good people in this fucking world. That's just how it is. Mm-hmm. So it's God damn it, this is so irritating. You can't say the word. But the kids who can't get laid, you have to not give a fuck. Give a girl a compliment. Who gives a shit what anybody calls you? You can't censor everybody else because of your feelings. There are certain things you shouldn't say as a human being with decent values. Yes, but also, people need the freedom to say what they want to say and express themselves. You can't just say, I don't like what you're saying, so you're not allowed to say it anymore. That shit pisses me off.
But at the same time, let's play devil's advocate for a bit. Looking at Twitch side of view, imagine like if you see the simple word, the simple word that it is in the community, it's been so wrongly used and so commonly used that if you see it, it's created a higher level of bullying just by using that word extremely often. And if you ban it till a certain degree, you're trying to lower the level of I don't know, of bullying, because kids used it just to be funny and harmful to other people, because they don't know that for some people it does get harmful.
Sure.
Do I explain myself?
No, you do. You explain that perfectly. I think that kids should definitely be monitored on what they say. If a kid says something way out of pocket, you can't, like, hey son, you can't call that kid a retard. We don't say that word anymore. Like you gotta do shit like that. But adults, once you turn 18, you're considered adult. You're allowed to fight and die for your country. You're allowed to vote in elections. You're allowed to do all kinds of fucking adult shit. So I don't think that adults should be, censored to the point of being told they're not allowed to say certain words. I mean, this is how much I believe in that. So oh god damn it, what's that organization that fights for? It's like a group of attorneys
that fight for freedom of speech, or I don't know.
Yeah, for
no idea. To be honest, I don't know any association of any kind apart from the ONU.
I just don't know the acronym for them. The ACLU, American Civil Liberties Union. So a long time ago, back before either of us were born, there was a group of neo-Nazis that wanted to organize in a Jewish neighborhood and march through a Jewish neighborhood, basically saying death to Jews. We want our next Hitler, blah, blah, blah. This organization fought on the side of the neo-Nazis to have that freedom of speech, to be able to march down this Jewish neighborhood full of rabbis and just Jewish men, women, and children. They fought in courts for their right to freedom of expression and freedom of protest, to just march down this fucking street. And do I think you should do that? Fuck no. Should you have the right to express how you feel? Fuck yes. Yeah, that's now, if you don't let them go out and march, they're going to get on some fucking nasty message boards and start organizing underground. And that's just shit. Yeah. And again, I don't agree with that. I'm fucking Jewish. I have a Star of David on my goddamn arm. Mm-hmm. So as I say, goddamn, Jesus, I'm obviously not a great Jew. But, No,
but yeah, I get it. It's a complicated subject, but for all types, like the overall rule, I think it's freedom of speech. Like, you can say whatever the fuck you want. Doesn't matter if it's the worst thing that a human could possibly say. You can totally say. That's our freedom. That's the essence of our freedom. If you take that away from us, we're not free.
Exactly. And this is what happens. You let the dumbasses say what they want to say when they say it. You let them say it. And then everyone's going to look at them, and they're going to look at how everybody else looks at them and go, whoa, look at this fucking idiot. Let's back away from this guy. And then everyone knows to stay away from that guy. If you censor that, you have no idea. This guy's going to go home, start building a fucking bomb, start amassing weapons to go shoot up a fucking school. No one's going to fucking know. Let that dumbass blast the N-word. Let him say whatever he wants. And I go, okay, that's a dipshit. Stay away from him. Perfect. I don't need him in my life. Nobody needs him in their lives. Just let them talk themselves into the fucking ground. Yeah. Let them say some stupid shit, and everyone else can be like, oh, okay, yeah, that guy's obviously stuck in the past. We can move forward. The issue is being treated like we don't have the autonomy to decide what's right and wrong. Like, it's okay. We're just gonna ban the words because you guys don't know enough to know when you see a bad person. Like, if I say the S word or the I word, that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. Even fucking Felix, PewDiePie. Remember his Remember his
the
PUBG bridge scandal?
Yeah, God damn
The
it.
bridge.
That made me
The
so
bridge.
fucking mad, dude. Like,
Yeah,
come
is
on.
he? I mean, he fucked up in a massive fucking way, and that was massive ignorance, and it was supremely fucking stupid, and it changed my opinion a little bit of him. Does that mean he's a fucking evil person? I mean,
No.
really? Does that make him an evil person?
Like
When
that-
every single fucking month he donates hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to charities? I mean, does that make him an evil person?
When I say that it made me mad, I'm not saying towards him. I'm saying like what, like, okay, I do admit he fucked up, and in his position he shouldn't have said that word, because his position, like, he doesn't get the chance to do it. But still, it's
he fucked
normal.
Up huge, dude. He fucked up really big.
Yeah, but like it doesn't make him a bad person. It doesn't, like, the repercussions that he had. It's not at the same level. Not at all. He lost a fuck ton of things. Like, he lost a fucking entire season of work for a job because of Nazi jokes or something like that. Which
okay. Now that pissed me off a lot, dude. That was completely like that. Not the Nazi thing. He was trying to make jokes, dude. He is an entertainer. It is his job to make people laugh, and it made me laugh, dude. That shit made me laugh. So that's, he was just trying to make people laugh. You can't fucking, obviously it's about intention. His intention was not to fucking. He obviously doesn't want to kill all the fucking Jews. His intention was to make people laugh, not kill people. So that pisses me off.
Yeah, I don't know. I like I said, all of this subject, the fact of affecting people so poorly and blocking people and by their freedom of speech. I don't know. I hate that, and it makes me so fucking mad. But let's switch the fucking subject, because we haven't even started fucking podcast. Don't be sorry. Like, this is cool, but we need to start. And before I start, let's say first, hello to Sacred Sound. Hello to Second Whoosh. How you doing, my boy? Hello to El Nino, Lombard, Max. Happy to see you all here. Happy to see that there's people listening to this, and that at least I think you're enjoying it. Sorry if we don't answer too much the comments. This is a podcast in which I interact with Benji in this case, and we make some intermissions in which we talk to you guys. So if we don't answer your comments, we're sorry, but that's what happens on Sundays, is podcast time. So are you ready, Benji, to start the podcast?
Oh yeah, brother.
Okay, that's good. So here's the deal. So I have a little button with a sound effect. You won't hear it because you're in the call, but the people on the live stream will hear it. After I finish, I will start talking, and we will do the intro. It will last like more or less 30 seconds to a minute. We improvise. We already know the subject because we discussed it before the podcast. I don't know if you do remember, but I will remember. I will make you remember.
Oh, don't you worry, I remember.
And then whenever I feel the energy, I will say welcome to Pocket Stories, and I will put a sound effect. Okay, sounds good?
Sure. Yes, sir.
And we don't have to do it in one go. Like, between stories and subjects, we talk to the audience, we interact with each other. Like, it doesn't really matter. Okay? Sure. Okay, so I will put the sound effect. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hey, Benji!
What's up, brother?
Okay, so here's the deal. You had a word that I don't know that you wanted to tell me what it meant, but I don't remember the word. What was the word?
Ladies and gentlemen, our beautiful, beautiful butterfly of naivete, Felix Human. As beautiful and funny and smart as he is, and just overall America and Europe's sexiest man alive. He's got all these things going for him. He's dated supermodels, and he owns a plane, and he actually was cast as a Bond villain, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, I know.
It's something about his sexual predator past.
Yeah, exactly. My knee, my pin. Yeah. Something about my knee. But yeah, you would say.
Our friend Felix here does not know what pegging is. So.
Fuck you.
Pegging is the art, I dare say, of when a woman puts on a nice human male organ down on her nether regions and straps that bitch to her back, around her back, so that she basically now has a big old dingaling. And then the man in the relationship sits down on that dingaling or gets on his hands and knees and receives the dingaling. Any way you put it, there's a woman with a male appendage strapped to her nether regions, and she is mounting and inserting into a human male. I'm sure you could do it with animals too, but I haven't gotten that far yet.
So, well, welcome to Pocket Stories, the podcast where I invite people and they make us feel uncomfortable for a bit. Oh my!
That's pegging, yeah. Girl, okay. It's a girl with a strap on, and she's inserting herself into a man. So
okay, well, maybe one day I'll try, but for now I'm okay with normal things. But cool. Thank you for the info.
Don't you kink shame? Don't you fucking kink shame me?
No. You bastard. Welcome. Let's put the sound effect.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I honestly was expecting something more like, oh, it's when you spank a girl or something like that.
Oh, no, dude. No. I am... no one in here is going to believe me because of how much of a degenerate I've been so far. But it's actually something I haven't tried. I am very sexually broken as a person, but I haven't quite made it to that yet.
Too scared to try or what?
Hey, listen, mama did raise a bitch, but I did something about it. Okay, that's my favorite saying.
No,
I don't think I'm too scared.
Slowly
I'm working up the diameter of my and the confidence. Diameter and confidence. You need both of those things to take something up your ass as a man.
For
you need a shit ton of confidence, and you need a certain number of centimeters.
Oh, for sure. You need to start first with a finger, and then let's.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. Yeah. Okay, do you have like a ballpoint pen or something? Can we just start there? We have to go straight to fucking.
I don't know. Like, it depends. I've seen maybe in some fucked up videos from WhatsApp that the anus can get expanded like a lot. Dude. Like, it's impressive how much it can get expanded.
Oh yeah, dude. That is first of all, Nino, that's my go-to phrase. I created that. You better give me credit when you get famous for using that. But yeah, dude, the human anus is quite impressive. It can take quite a beating, and it's just very resilient. It's like a piece of it's like Stretch Armstrong, like you can you can stretch it out as much as you want. It's always going to get back to, well, it depends. I mean, once you get to a certain point,
sometimes it does, and I don't know. I've seen fucked up videos. I've seen fucked up shit.
Have you seen One Guy, One Jar?
Oh, for sure, but that's a classic. But I've seen worse thing, like a person playing golf, and instead of the hole is an anus, which is open, and the ball just falls perfectly, like.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel so alive. God.
Exactly. Okay, let me present you first before we continue with this, because there's a step where I need to say a couple of things about you, even if I don't know much about you, and I have to say the episode number. Okay, so welcome guys to Pocket Story. This is the 18th episode. In this case, we have Benjillionaire or Benji something, because I don't know your surname. Which is your surname now that you're here?
Well, Felix, if you want me to be real open and honest on this podcast, we should probably just stick to my first name here.
Okay, let's stick to that though. So Benji.
Yeah, I don't need the FBI, CIA, IRS, UCL, NAAC. I don't need anyone coming after me, so let's just stick with Benji for now.
Okay, so Benji, he comes from the US, so that's why he speaks pretty fluently English, even if he lacks a bit, but we'll pardon.
You know I'm hooked on phonics, Felix. Stop it.
So he also has a DJ company, which is fucking cool. He's a Agario streamer, and he's a nice guy. That's all that I wrote. That's all that I know from you. And that's it.
I also am looking to stream a lot more in the future. Agario was really just to find a small game to find some to see if I could find some guys and girls that could actually discover me instead of trying to play something like Warzone where no one would ever discover me, you know?
It's a good strategy, and apparently it's working pretty well for you because you've grown from 50 to 200 in like 2 weeks or something like that. So that's pretty impressive. Congrats!
Yeah,
so welcome to Podcast Stories, my boy.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think it was a span of 2.5 weeks that we went from basically 0 to 2-0 something. I don't know what we have now, 204 or something. So that's been a really cool experience.
That's fucking nuts. I'm your fan. Can you sign my boobs or something? That's like.
Dude, I will. Fuck yeah, dude. Let me. I'll create a tattoo for you. I'll go right across your chest.
Oh my god, that would be awesome. Can I tattoo and you tattoo me on the nipples? What?
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, well, let's switch conversation.
Sure.
No, wait.
You don't want to talk about pegging and the length an asshole can stretch anymore? We're over that?
Well, I don't know. Apparently, El Niño Lombard says Uranus can stretch up to 7 inches wide, and raccoons can squeeze up to 3 inches to get through small spaces. I'll leave it at that. What?
Oh my god. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I expected that with Benji the conversation would get pretty weird, but this is next level. I didn't know.
That's next level, dude. So you never know, dude. If you really start fucking around and your life gets off track, you could have a raccoon hiding inside you and never know it, I guess is what he's trying to say. You know, you make one too many bad decisions, one wrong turn, you end up outside a truck station in fucking middle of Utah, high on meth, and there's a raccoon that's just nesting up in your asshole. You never know, dude.
You never know what could happen.
So,
yeah. God damn it. That's scary. I don't want to go to the US now.
Yeah, this shit happens over here, man.
God
but anyway, yeah.
I've never seen a raccoon. I've never thought about that. But here you don't have raccoons. But in the US, it's something normal to see raccoons, and they look so pretty. But apparently they're not.
Raccoons tore up my entire office, so I'm not a big fan of them.
Oh, really? How? Like
they snuck in while I was out of town and completely trashed my personal office and some of our equipment in the garage. And when I got back, there was 2 baby raccoons in the ceiling and 1 massive fucking mama raccoon that was stuck in my personal office and couldn't get out because she had fell through the ceiling. And she just tore up the door, tore up all the outlets, tore up the windowsill, just pissed and shit all over my my bookshelf behind my desk. I throw out most of the books that I had. It was quite the ordeal, and I had to try and we've got a whole video. It should be up somewhere of me trying to get this fucking raccoon out of my office. But I basically had a broom and I was trying to be nice with it, and it kept fucking lunging at me because it was scared. And we got the big one out and had to call animal control for the 2 little ones. They tasted good, but goddamn, were they so irritating to.
But they're so cute. How can they be so aggressive if they're so cute? Oh my god. I want to see one. Dude. Yeah. They look like, I know they're shitty, but they look beautiful if you don't know them. So
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, kind of like me in real life.
Yeah.
You know.
Then if I see you in pictures, I'm okay, but still, let's not meet up. What?
Yeah, I'll ruin your life, dude. Yeah, you got to be careful. I've been a little firecracker. Anyway, so raccoons and assholes are fun, but
let's not get into them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's freaking nasty. Yeah, indeed. So, so here's the first subject, my boy. Streaming. Why streaming? Why did you get into streaming? What's the difference between streaming and the other things that you've done till now? Like, why, being 27, you started streaming?
Well, do you want the short version or the long version that starts in my uncle's closet?
God damn it. And then I guess the long one.
All right. So That's totally a joke.
Yeah, I got.
Um, I'll give you the semi long version. So, um, I've always been an extremely outgoing person. I was an outgoing child. I was outgoing when I started going to different schools, and my family also moved around a fuckload. I was born in Dallas, raised in Maryland, in 4 or 5 different places in Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina. I've lived in a bunch of different Cincinnati, Ohio, multiple places in North and South Carolina. I've lived all over the place. I've attended probably more schools than anyone you've ever met, and all through that, I've always been extremely high energy and very, very, very outgoing. There are certain times when I wasn't, like when I was thrown on fucking ADHD medication, I became
Okay.
very introverted, but that's a story for a different time.
Yeah. Okay.
But naturally, I've just always been very outgoing. And I, it was very difficult for me to make friends because we moved around so much. So that even more so, it's like maybe if I'm more outgoing and more entertaining, then maybe I'll be able to, people will like me more and more. So that's, I think, how the desire to be liked and to entertain. And I think that's where that comes from, is moving around so much growing up and not having a ton of friends.
Okay.
Um, and I think that I started DJing when I was a lot younger, maybe 18 or 19, and that was part of just I love parties and I wanted to facilitate them and make people dance and all that. And of course, I still do that to this day. Um, but I've always wanted to do something where I get up and entertain people, and I've always had a desire to do stand up comedy.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely something I want to try it someday, and obviously, hopefully, when we get back from the pandemic, that's when I'll start. I've got just literal mountains of probably horrible jokes that I've written, but I definitely want to do
Damn.
stand up.
I
And
think stand up is
and
one of the things that requires the biggest balls to do. Because goddamn, you have to have some
oh
huge ass
yeah,
balls to go on a stage and do jokes that probably will bomb because most of the people bombed all the time.
yeah, dude. Especially when you just start out, yeah, it's terrifying. But I also like I said, I just want people to laugh, dude. I will say the most out of pocket shit you've ever heard if I know that it'll make you laugh or put a smile on your face. That's all literally all I think about is how can I make this person in front of me laugh right now. I'm fucking obsessed with it. And so I'm also a bit of a pussy. That's why I haven't done it yet. But once the pandemic's over, I keep telling myself I'm gonna start doing it. But anyway, I've just always wanted to entertain people and get people to like me, and that's where that desire comes from. And so creating YouTube content, that's obviously just I want people to be able to watch my stuff and laugh. And then streaming, I'd always kind of wanted to do it, but it was just the technical side of it just scared the shit out of me. And and you have to put yourself out there to stream as well, which is
Mm-hmm.
something that, a lot of these tutorials on, this is what you need to get started streaming. Not a lot of them talk about what it actually takes to put yourself out there and say, you know what, I am going to turn Twitch on and play something or just try and talk to people, and there's only going to be one person there for the first month, like maybe. And there's going to be 0 people, and I'm going to have to literally talk to myself. And there's a chance that a friend of mine, someone I used to know, can log on to Twitch and go, look at this fucking asshole. What is he doing? One person, like that's gonna swim. Well, it's that's the kind of shit that swims around in my head. But we could talk about how I don't give a single fuck if you want later. But you have to really put yourself out there to say, you know what, like my friends don't give a shit about this in real life. They don't care about video games. Mine personally, my family, they wouldn't understand it. But you just have to say, fuck it, and do it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
So it stopped me for quite a while from starting to stream. But now 27, a little late, but I also
There's no age,
just
honestly. I do believe that
yeah,
there's no age to start.
yeah, yeah. But that's I've always just wanted to entertain people. That's the short version. I'm obsessed with making people laugh, and I think Twitch is a great way, or streaming in general is a great way to do that.
For
What about
sure.
you?
I don't know. Well, I've streamed since a long time. I used to stream in Spanish when I was like 3 years ago in Mexico, and there used to be like two, maybe one person that would watch me, and that's it. And
Yeah.
I don't know what I used to do. I used to play, and it was super boring and super shitty. But still, I did enjoy it because there's a big difference between making a video or making a post in Instagram and making a stream. A stream is a direct interaction between you and an audience. Even if it's just one person, it feels like there's a big ass audience watching you. You don't
Oh
need,
yeah.
and that's what amazes me the most with streaming is that you don't need 100,000 people. With one single person that is watching you, it's enough. But before that, you need to do, like you said, a month of talking alone to the camera, like there's people
Yep.
watching like a fucking psychopath, and it's
Yeah.
hard. We have to admit it's hard. Like I've done it now. There's always people watching, which is fucking amazing, and it's a fucking dream come to life. But still,
Yeah.
at the beginning, come on, doing an hour and 30 minutes with no one watching you, and you tell
Yeah.
you in your head, you're like, why am I doing this? What am I wasting my time? Is it me that it's not funny? Like, what's the problem? And you can't pinpoint it because there's no problem. It's just that your time hasn't come out yet, and you just need to keep grinding and grinding till it works, right?
To speak directly to that, that's funny that you say that. I constantly feel like that no matter what I'm doing. I could be DJing for 1,000 people and 30 of them are not dancing, and I'll think to myself, dude, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Like,
Mm-hmm.
how, like I've been watching them all night. I've got everybody else. Like, what have I not played? Like, why can't I think of the right song? What the fuck is wrong? Like, and even down to, I've been super fortunate to have, now we'll average like 10 to 15 people for our Agario streams, and it's the coolest feeling. But then if it drops down to like 2 or 3 again, I'm like, God, dude, what the fuck did I do wrong? Like,
Yeah.
that's constantly in the back of my mind. And that's also part of why I never did this when I was younger. One, because I definitely didn't have the confidence, and two is because I was doing it for the wrong reasons. If I would have tried this when I was younger, that feeling in the back of my mind would have taken over, and I would never have been able to persist through and just say, we only got one person, but let me see how that one person's doing. Who gives a fuck if it's just one person?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're having a bad day. Let's talk to them. And then you talk to more people, whatever the case is. But I never would have been able to get past that when I was younger. And now it's more about, all right, I know that this is what I want to do. So if people vibe with it and they like it and they fuck with it, then bring them on in. If not, then I still get to play video games. I still get to, if it's just one or two people even that ever come and hang out, those are friends that I've made. And once it gets bigger, obviously it's more of just a fan and the person doing it, but you still have friends the whole way through. So, just being able to play video games and I'm now making money off of it, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Is, that's, I think you have to have the confidence and the foresight to know what you're doing it for. You have to be doing it for the right reasons. You can't, if you're only doing it because you want to get famous or you want like a bunch of people, you are going to burn the fuck out in the first 2 days because there's not going to be anybody there, and you're just going to get so hard on yourself.
Oh yeah.
So
And that voice, like, you need to learn to shut it down from the beginning, because like, not only the first month will be doing streams alone, but still, even if you start getting viewers, it will never, if you don't manage to crush that voice in your head that is telling you that you're not enough, that voice will still be there when you have people watching you, because it will never be enough. Like you said, you can be DJing for 1,000 people, but if there's 30 people that are not dancing, it will be the same. Your voice will tell you you're not doing it right, and you need to shut that voice down as soon as possible, because if you don't do it at the beginning, you won't be able to manage it after.
Yes, you do need to shut that voice down to an extent. I think if you shut it out completely, then there's a good chance that you'll just be screaming obscenities into a microphone with 0 people watching for the rest of your life. But if you shut it down to the point where you go, you're confident in that, all right, I'm not doing this because I want to be fucking famous. I'm not doing this for money. I don't give a fuck. I literally just love playing video games. And if people like that, then awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could shut it out where I've seen a lot of people say just cover your view count while you're streaming, and I actually think I need to start getting in the habit of doing that, because at the very beginning, I was good about not looking at the viewer count. I was just playing, and someone pop in the chat, I'd say, hey, what's up? But now that I've seen those numbers get up to 25, 30, 35 people watching, now I'm constantly looking at that view count like, oh, I want that high again. I want those people back. But I think it's smart to cover up your I think it's smart to cover up your view count, especially when you're smaller. I need to do that.
Yeah, honestly, I should do that also, because right now there's 4 people watching, which is still fucking incredible. And the fact that I've gone to 21, now 4 is like, am I doing it right or wrong? Are they actually watching or not? I know they're watching, but it does get in your head. But still, returning to that the fact that you can't shut it down totally. It's kind of the same debate as you shouldn't care about what other people say. And most people say that, like, you shouldn't care about what other people say about you or think about you, which is wrong. You shouldn't care about what other people think about you, but you should know what they think about you, because you need to improve from that if you're gonna interact with them, right? You can't just ignore that factor. Like, their opinion actually matters in some cases. Like, if you want to create a community, obviously you need the opinion of your public, of the viewers. If you don't have it, or you ignore it totally, it won't work. It doesn't need to affect you in a negative way, but you do need to know it.
Dude, my moderators, Kat and Lecto, we've had a couple phone calls on Discord, and every time I'm constantly saying, all right, what do you guys think? Like, did you like that? I'm constantly looking at them, because they're on Twitch a lot more than I am. And I'm constantly looking to take in from what the viewers are saying and what my mods are saying. And they want to add all these bots and channel points and all this and that. I'm just, some of it I do have to be like, all right, we're doing too much in the chat. I think it's scaring people off. Let's chill for a second. But almost universally, I just, whatever, I trust you guys, whatever you want to do, let's just get it done,
Yeah. I love feedback, to be honest, but I think that was really good, honestly, because we need to change subjects sometimes, and I do need to cut you even if I don't want to. Right now, that was the first subject. That was cool. We got it out of the way. Now let's talk about a bit with the audience, because I see that there's 7 people watching, which is so cool. Thank you for everyone that's watching. Danya says, control the voice. Control the voice. The voice are your thoughts. Control.
Is that some Yoda shit? Is that Yoda, dude?
Oh, Dania. Maybe. Control the voice. The voice are.
Are you
your
Grogu?
thoughts.
Dude, Grogu in the chat.
Grogu. Who's Grogu? I don't know any Grogu.
Oh, The Mandalorian. Do you watch The Mandalorian?
No, sorry, I don't watch any Star Wars or any of those.
You fucking uncultured swine, Felix. Jesus.
Sorry, I'm not a simp. What? I'm gonna get banned. No, and my whole computer shuts down. Boom.
Oh my god. FBI, open
up. Bro, season 2, Grogu, cutest motherfucker in the galaxy. Who's Grogu? Yes. I don't know who Grogu is.
Grogu is basically like a baby Yoda, but it's not actually Yoda. It's just one of his species.
Oh, it's not. It's not Yoda. I always thought that it was Yoda, but baby Yoda.
Well, yeah, people call it Baby Yoda, but they just introduced his name this past season, and now everyone's starting to slowly use his real name.
Oh. Okay. Well, cool. I won't see it either way, so cool.
I know, simp. All right.
So, well, let me just check that we're not missing any comments. Then I'm trying to get to a pro level of gaming also. Really, Max? That's cool. In what game? You should take it in consideration, but not attached to it. Yeah, the opinion of other people, you should totally take it in consideration to learn from it and to evolve and to grow as a person, but you shouldn't get attached to it, so you are confident enough in yourself and trust your thought process enough, so you're a person and not the influence of other persons, right? Elinho, yeah. And I was saying that imagine being a DJ and being in control of people's heartbeat and move you a move, you must feel fucking powerful and great. Yeah, how does that feel? That's a good question. How does that feel, Benji? Like to have
Well,
a crowd and to be able to control them.
well, Felix, have you ever had a threesome?
Not yet, but I'm counting on it.
Well, that analogy's out the window. I'm just kidding. It's God, you know what? No, it is. It's kind of like a threesome. It's kind of like you are directing a threesome with the two girls you always wanted to have. It's like
Okay.
it's like you're a director in your own little, degenerate porn movie where you could just you say, all right, we're gonna play this song now. I want you to put your leg up here, and you're gonna sit down right there, and you're gonna no flip upside down. Yeah, there you go. But instead of saying that, you're saying, all right, we're gonna start out with some Pop Smoke here, and then we're gonna maybe some Michael Jackson and surprise you a little. Like it feels really cool. That obviously was all a joke. It feels like it feels like you're giving people. So it feels like you're giving everybody in the room like an awesome present all at the same time. That's a really weird analogy, but it feels like they know it's you. Like they know you're the one that just played the song, and now they're freaking out, and everyone's dancing, and the adrenaline is pretty absurd depending on the size of the crowd. But it's really cool. It's an awesome feeling.
That's fucking amazing. I love it because I love being the viewer, the crowd. I love being there and not knowing what's coming, what drop is coming, in which order and in which timing. But when it comes, it explodes in such a massive way, and it's so satisfying as a viewer. But being in the other side, knowing what's coming, like you said, it's like giving them a gift, controlling their emotions and guiding them through an experience, and that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, it is very cool. Hey Nino, did you just say Baruch Hashem? Are you Jewish, dude? That's not quite how you spell it. That might be a different word, but that'd be hilarious if that's what he was trying to say. But yeah, DJing is a wicked cool feeling. It's no matter what the crowd is, it's very cool. No matter what the music is, if you're doing it for the right reasons, it always feels cool.
It always feels cool, but it also requires. What is cool is also requires a good level of confidence. Because I've started to DJ not so long ago, and I've been learning, and I'm still stressed just playing to myself. Well, not to playing to myself, but playing, I don't know, to you, just to learn. But imagine having 1,000 people in front of you that expects you to not fuck up for an hour, an entire fucking hour. Yeah. That's a challenge.
But if you've been DJing for 5 years, you're not gonna fuck up.
Well, yeah, in your case, I guess, yeah, that's true.
more of the anxiety comes from the song choice. Like, I hope they vibe with the song. That's where more of the anxiety comes in. But yeah, it is. I haven't DJed for that many people in a long time. So if I was to get out just tomorrow in front of that number of people, I'd shit my pants. Okay. I do really well, but yeah, you're doing anything and streaming, stand up, DJing, any creative pursuit where you got to be live in front of people. You have to put yourself out there you're literally putting your heart out on a tray and saying, hey guys, you can pass it around, but please don't fucking take a bite out of it,
Yeah, and it's a leap of faith, right? Like when you go on, when you click the live button, when you go on the stairs to go DJ, for example, like it's a leap of faith where you don't know what's coming. You don't know, everything could go wrong, and that's the fun of it. You go on a leap of faith and you trust yourself, you trust your abilities, and you just go blindly, and most of the time everything goes well, and that's awesome. But before going, it's always a leap of faith. You need to take it. It will always be scary. It will always be there will always be like the flinch effect. I don't know if you know it.
Oh yeah, dude. I've done many things that I failed horribly at. I've been kicked out of a couple military schools. I wasn't allowed to walk with my graduating high school class. I graduated everything, but I've I tried to make Vines back in the day, back when Vine was still alive, RIP Vine.
Okay, yeah,
And
most of the kids here don't know it, probably.
yeah, probably not. But I've tried to make funny videos in the past, and all my friends saw them. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's super funny, dude." And then I immediately fail with it. I mean, I have fucked up and failed and done just so many stupid things my entire life, man. I've failed way more than I have ever succeeded in any pursuit. It's only started recently that I've started to approach things differently and try to do things for the right reason, that I've seen any success in my business life or in my personal side, which is now streaming. Um, and not to say like I have all this fucking success. I don't, but
But you feel
the fact
successful
that
by yourself, like, well, okay, you
yeah,
don't have the numbers, but you have the happiness. You're doing
yeah,
for the
oh,
right
absolutely.
reasons, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's just the happiness from it, and just the small amount of success from just having at least a couple people watching while I'm doing something. That makes me feel like I am doing something right. And of course, I revisit it after every single time I go live. I revisit and go, okay, what did I do wrong and right? All right, I was a little salty for most of that fucking live stream there. I need to either find a new game where I'm not going to be as mad, or I need to stop being such a little bitch. And like you got to constantly look back at it, but at the same time, just appreciate that you're doing something, at least something small, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. I do get that, but yeah, it's the power. Like, well, I would answer to what you're saying, but I think it's better if we answer the comments right now because Sacred Soul said
Uh,
something. I did perform in front of my bandmates' parents and my friend, and I was fucking terrified, so I felt that before perform. Okay, that
yeah,
must be scary. Like, even if it's a small
yeah,
crowd for you, it's people with feelings and opinions, and
oh
that's what
yeah,
crushed you, right? That's what's
yeah.
scary.
That's a fucking no matter what. If you've never spoken in front of people, or if you've never had a large group of friends where you guys are kind of talking over each other and trying to tell stories and laugh and hang out. Even that, I mean, even just like your first sleepover, or when you're young and you're hanging out with friends and everyone's trying to tell stories and talk over each other, and you want to get something in, even that is a fucking
Hmm.
terrifying feeling. Like, all right, I've prepped this story out in my head. I hope, well, I might be a little psycho, but I hope they like this. I want to make them laugh. And even if it's just talking to the girl you like, there's so much anxiety in any of these things that you could do.
Yeah,
But especially trying to potentially be seen by hundreds or thousands of people, if it's live or if it's streaming or whatever, I mean, it's the same anxiety, and especially if you've never performed anything in front of anyone, you're not used to, one, the feeling of putting yourself out there, and two, there's just all these voices in your head that are like, what if they don't like it or this and that? So
for sure.
yeah,
But
I get that.
the cool part is, like, it gets easier.
Yeah.
Everybody
Oh, it does.
starts at the bottom, right? You don't start with the blind confidence from a hero perspective, right? Like, you start at the bottom, being anxious about your performance and feeling like everybody's gonna judge you, because it's normal. We're kids, and some people evolve and keeps on thinking like that throughout their whole life, and some start slowly doing presentations in class, like Sacred Cells says, or some concerts or stuff like
Yeah.
that, and they gain confidence. And while you do that, you get used to it. Like, doing the first stream was kind of stressful, right? But now it's like I press the button and you just talk, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, well, it doesn't really matter now. So it gets better. It's
Yeah.
another muscle.
I will tell you though, it does get easier. So when I first, like very first started streaming, I've been in front of crowds of, I think the largest crowd I ever was in front of was 15,000 people, where I had to be on a microphone. So my public speaking is, I don't brag about much, but my public speaking is one of my strongest suits. I talk in front of at least 100 people every single weekend, more likely than not multiple times a weekend. I'm constantly in
How
front of
many?
people talking, at least 100, sometimes 250 plus. It depends on the size of the event. But every single week I'm literally in person in front of hundreds of people at a time, talking and trying to be entertaining and loud and all that. And I still get a little nervous doing that. But dude, when I very first started streaming, I was shitting my pants and no one was watching. Literally, no one was watching. I might have had one person watching at the very beginning. What up, Kat? Good to see you, baby. And I was terrified. I was like, someone's gonna come in here and see that I'm just a fucking dummy. Someone's gonna look at me and be like, God, his nose is big. I don't want to see him anymore. I've now that's gone away. Now I don't give a fuck if it's one or if it's 100 people watching. I'm a lot more confident now. But even still, now I'm in a couple groups with larger streamers like Stone Mountain 64. He's got a massive audience. He has like 4 or 5 million followers on Facebook. He's got millions of subscribers on YouTube. He is so fucking huge, and he's got all these big streamers that work with him, and I'm in some Zoom calls with them for this program that I'm signed up for, and we can talk about that later if you want. It's a little weird plug that I'm not really involved in too much, but I'm in these Zoom calls with them, and then I ask them questions from time to time, and when I talk to Stone, my fucking stomach bubbles up, my intestines start to twist. I get these nasty ass farts, dude. I get so fucking nervous. And then they'll be doing like a presentation and questions at the end or something. And I'm like, I'll ask a question and I'm literally about to shit my pants like hot lava the entire fucking time. And it's so terrifying. And that's just one fucking guy. Like he's just a dude. He's a cool guy, he's just a regular ass dude.
But I don't know, it's just a perspective, right? It's just the point of view. That's the whole point of it. Like, it can be 10 people in front of you or it can be 100, but depending on the point of view that you have and the mindset that you have, it will be the feelings that you will have, right? Like you're saying, it's one person, but from your point of view, it's not only one person, it's one person that has 4 million followers on Facebook. It's way bigger.
Which at the end of the day, it shouldn't. That's like we said earlier. That's something you need to get out of your head. Like, so do you know who Avery, Avori? Do you know who that is? She streams Warzone on Facebook now.
No idea.
So Avery, she is so fucking bad. She is so fine. Very, very beautiful girl. And I had no idea who she was. And over Christmas break, I was flying to go visit my girlfriend's family, and she was sitting literally right in front of us. I had no idea who she was, but I was talking about streaming with my girlfriend at the end of the flight. She turns around, and I was like, God, I was looking at her. Like I said, I just give random compliments. It's like, God damn, your eyes are super bright, dude. Those are amazing. She's like, oh, thank you. I heard you guys, I heard you were talking about streaming. Do you stream? And I was like, yeah. And she said, oh, that's cool. I do as well. And I was like, oh, awesome. What's your name? She's like, Avery. I was like, oh, okay, cool. She's like, yeah, here. And then she's like, find me on Twitch. And so I found it on my phone and I followed myself. And she's like, so what do you play? And I was like, well, right now I'm playing this Agario. It's like a smaller circle game. It's, and we talked for a little bit, and it was super cool. I was like, what do you play? She's like, I stream Warzone primarily. And I was like, dope. And she's like, I'm on Facebook, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I'm in this group called Pipeline with Stone Mountain. And he's so fucking, he's big on Facebook too. Do you know him? She's like, oh yeah, we're like really good friends. We stream all the time together. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I had no idea he was Jewish until I talked to him for the first time. It was literally just such flawless conversation. And then she goes, yeah, well, if you want to play Warzone sometime, just let me know. I was like, yeah, absolutely. I'll send you a message on Twitch. And then I got back to my girl. I was talking to my girlfriend again. She got off the plane. We got off the plane. I looked her up on Facebook. She has 500,000 followers on Facebook. Oh. 500,000 followers on Facebook. And immediately I start shitting my pants. I start shitting my pants all over again. Like, God damn it. This girl's super hot. And she's super fucking famous. And I was just talking to her like a regular person, which is great. But then I went back up to her again. And I was like, hey, listen, it was super nice, meeting you on the plane. If you do want to play sometime, I would love that while we're waiting at baggage claim. And I thought it was all good. But it's just funny how I didn't know who she was. She's just a pretty girl. And I was just, talking to her normally. And then I found out she's fucking famous. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh, why does that change anything, dude?
It shouldn't. And we need to shut it down. Anything. Yeah, we need to shut down that. Exactly. great story. I loved it. just because I'm gonna change the subject because I need to answer the comments. But I love the story.
Sure. Yeah.
Before Flames, sorry I didn't change the MVP. I know it's you. I didn't forget. It's just that I tried to find you in Twitch and select your name before starting, but I didn't find you. So I'm sorry. But Flames is the MVP, just so everybody knows. I'm sorry. You probably will be again, but I don't know. Maybe El Niño Lombard is really getting into the MVP spot. Like today, he's really participating at a fuck ton. So maybe El Niño Lombard.
El Niño Lombard, he's my MVP for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And what else? Dania, I also shitted my pants submitting the unicorn that Felix saw. Wait, what? Because I shitted my pants while drawing Felix because I thought it was shit, but Felix loved it. Guys, I will never judge you. And I honestly thought the drawing was great, and it obviously takes some courage to send your art to someone, even if you don't admire him, like someone, and receiving their opinion. Like I shit my pants when I give my videos to people to see because I want them to like it, and most of them, well, they say, I like it, but you really don't know if they do like it because you're not inside of their head. But yeah, I do love the unicorn. It was fucking amazing. I'm on YouTube. Yeah, I know you're on YouTube, but it's harder to find you on YouTube because there's more people there. But sorry, Flames. You do deserve to be the MVP. Repain, Linear Halo, you Flames. Okay, yeah. So now it's come to the time. Well, we've been streaming for an hour and 30. Like I think this is
definitely... dude, this could go on for 3.5 hours.
Oh yeah,
I would be
easily
fine if this went for 3.5 hours.
Okay,
I love talking to you so much, dude. This is awesome.
Okay, at least we're in the same page. So right now it's the time after an hour and 30 minutes of live streaming. This has never happened. Like most of the time when we get to the pocket story, we usually do it after 30 minutes. But we added an hour because I don't know, you're good at talking. I like that. So Benji, right now is your time to say your pocket's story. Let me put some sound effects. Sorry. Wait,
sure.
Why doesn't it sound? God damn it! What did I do? Now the sound effect doesn't sound.
Oh god damn it, Felix! You just fuck everything up, don't
I'm sorry, guys.
Flames! Oh no way, dude! There's no way. I love you times infinity, Flames.
Flames is a G. I don't know what to say. Like he's amazing, but
OG, triple OG. While Felix is trying to fix this, El Nino Lombard, are you actually Jewish, or were you just saying that earlier? I'm curious now.
I think
because I am Jewish.
But because I do remember he had curly hair. That's what I know. That's the only factor that tells me he might be Jewish.
Wow, that's super anti-Semitic of you, Felix.
It's not. It's just a funny stereotype. Don't get me banned, please, Twitch. I don't know. The sound effect just got fucked.
Welcome to the tribe, El Nino. Love you, dude.
Y'all, should I launch a coloring book of my art piece that you shall all do?
I like that.
That sounds
fun.
But maybe before that, you should do some fan art. That's what it's called when you draw. Maybe you could draw Benji. That could be fun. Maybe like a cartoon version of Benji. That could be fun.
Yeah, Danny, I want you to try and draw my cock, and I want you to try and get it anamorphically correct and see if we can, just from the sound of my voice and the sheer fucking arrogance that exudes me, I want you to guess how massive my dick is. I'm just kidding. Please don't do any of that.
Let's forget that you said that because Danny is really young and...
Oh, no! Oh,
I'm
boy.
Sorry. That happens. Like, you were just being yourself. Sorry, Danny.
This is why I have the viewer discretion. DM me on Instagram with your photo. Oh, Jesus Christ, he's going to jail. He's going to jail. No.
We got him.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. No, this is why I have viewer discretion advised on my fucking channel, because I am a massive degenerate. Dude, my humor is so dark. I apologize, Danny. Let's just pretend that never happened. I don't want to go back to jail. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Okay, whenever you want, you can start with your pocket story, okay?
Okay. Nothing happens as it should with me, huh?
No, but I like it. It makes it more fluent.
Yeah, like a little wrecking ball. Okay, so for the pocket story, what? Close your eyes, son. Go back, go back, go back. Okay, so for the pocket story, is there any genre? Like we said, dude, I've got my entire fucking life is a story, and I'm a storyteller. So, where would you like to start somewhere? Is there a certain genre, theme? What are you thinking?
Honestly, whichever you want. Honestly, every time that I choose a pocket story, it's different, and it can be honestly anything. So maybe it's something crazy that happened to you. Maybe it was something risky. Maybe it was something fun. Maybe it was something sad. Maybe like it can be anything. So
Okay,
whichever you really feel.
all right. So, can I go kind of a little more PG-13?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can go PG-18 if you want. I don't care. If you guys are
PG.
young, sorry, you need to grow up.
That's PG-18. That sounds like a little Pornhub category there. Okay. So, okay. Uh, I'll tell you my one of my most um
You're searching on your diary or what?
no, I'm searching through the recesses of my completely pitch black disgusting brain. Um so yeah, we'll go with my this is one of my favorites. I love telling this story, and we have a lot in common for this story.
Okay.
Um So, before the podcast, we originally talked about maybe talking about bullying, which it would get pretty somber. We can talk about that later if you want, but this is a lot more lighthearted and it's super fun. So, music festivals, they're fun, right?
Yes.
So, let me tell you about my favorite music festival experience of all time. So this was Ultra Music Festival in Miami,
Oh, fuck you.
circa
Fuck
2K.
you. Fuck you.
Yes, sir.
Oh
So
my
Ultra
god.
Music Festival 2K third uh what year is this? 2012 or 2013.
Okay.
This was the very last year that Swedish House Mafia ever performed as a full group. It was obviously they've come back and done like weird, one-off tours and one-off concerts and stuff. But this was their last official year touring as Swedish House Mafia.
Okay.
Their last ever performance. Okay,
Yeah.
and I at the time I was in a military college. I was getting just absolutely berated and treated like a piece of shit every day of my life. It was just fucking brutal. So it's quite the contrast. Ultra Music Festival, which is just sex, drugs, and rock and roll in the electronic form, just constant debauchery and just fuckery. And I was enrolled in this very, very intense. It's considered the most intense and the hardest military institution in the country. It's um, it's called the Citadel. It's fucking absolutely brutal, and it's the hardest thing that anyone that goes there will ever do in their life. And they do that for a very specific reason. They do that because they're training the next generation of military leaders. And this guy wrote a beautiful short story on why knobs or freshmen at that school are treated the way that they are. And the short version is they're treated like absolute shit for 9 months, and we beat the shit out of them and make them shave their head completely bald, and we all sorts of hazing and
Wait,
bullshit so
they
that when
beat
they're
the shit out of you?
oh well no you're not really supposed to talk about it.
Okay, yeah,
um
I get it. I do get that.
but let's treat that as like more of a figurative. You're just beaten down into the ground, but
Okay.
there's a lot of extracurricular hazing that goes on as well. But they do this so that when you are deployed somewhere in the Middle East or somewhere on the other side of the world, and your entire platoon is blown up by an RPG right in front of your face, you'll know exactly how to react. And that's what this guy's obviously that's not the exact it's not exactly what happens, but they try and beat you down to the point where you can, if you're in a fucked up situation trying to lead other people, you can look back and say, I've been in fucked up situations before. So that's just a little prerequisite on where I was living my life at that time.
Okay.
So we were on spring break, right? I was at the time my family was in Cincinnati, Ohio, so I flew up to Ohio to be with them for a little bit, or drove back up. And at the time I had this Jeep Commander, huge, huge. It's the biggest Jeep that they make. It was huge, 3 rows, real fast. It was awesome. I love the shit out of this car. So some of my buddies from the Citadel, I guess I shouldn't give them names, but some of my buddies from the Citadel and I had planned to go to Ultra Music Festival. So I, from Cincinnati, Ohio, woke up at like 4 or 5 a.m., got my Jeep Commander, and started driving down to Charleston, South Carolina, where all my boys were going to be for me to pick up. They stayed on campus for this break.
Okay.
So I get to Charleston, South Carolina. It's like a 10-hour drive or something. Or it's not 10 hours. It's like it's a long fucking drive. I get there, and all my boys are ready. They all hop into the Jeep, and I've got my buddy who is a knob with me, sitting next to me. He's so fucking cool. I love this guy to death. He's still one of my best friends to this day. He's riding shotgun with me, and I've got 3 of my buddies in the back seat that are all upperclassmen. Now, knobs and upperclassmen are not supposed to hang out, but me and this kid were such hard party animals. Even in this institution where they just beat the shit, beat you down. We were so gaudy and loud and having fun all the time. These upperclassmen, they were degenerates too, and they're like, "Bro, let's fucking party. You guys are gonna be cool next year, so let's get together." So everyone gets into the Jeep on campus at this military institution, and immediately my buddy pulls out this plank of wood and puts it on his lap and starts immediately rolling blunts. Just blunt after blunt after blunt. Hands one to the guy next to him, hands one to the other guy next to him, hands one to me in the driver's seat, hands one to my buddy Dom. And then he keeps fucking rolling them. He keeps going and going and going. And we're like, all right, are we ready? I said to my buddy, nope, we're not ready. We got to go hit up a head shop. So we go to the head shop. We pick up a Whippet canister and about 5,000 Whippets. Do you know what Whippets are?
No, I have no fucking idea what Whippet is.
So Whippets, boys and girls, cover your ears if you are under the age of not being old enough to hear certain things. Whippets are, you take a whipped cream canister, and instead of putting whipped cream in the actual canister, you put the compressed CO2 into this canister, and then you huff it. And it basically...
it gets you super high. Yeah, I do. Super for like 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, it'll get you don't know where you are for like 20 to 30 seconds, and then you slowly come back to reality, and it's like, what the fuck? So we got about 5,000 of those, and my buddy dropped, I think, a couple $100 on these Whippets alone. And so they all start passing it around. I start doing it, and we start driving down the highway. Okay, we're good to go. We're finally good to go. No, fuck, we forgot. You got to pull over. We got to get beer. So we pull over to the gas station on the side of the road, and I think he spent like $150 on beer, and just all goes in the trunk with all of our clothes. So now keep in mind, I've been driving since like 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning from Ohio, which is on the other side of the fucking country, to not all the way, but to Charleston. We get to Charleston, start driving again, immediately, no rest. And it's just immediately just complete fucking insanity. I have the music playing at fucking 50. The music's at 50. I'm just blaring hard style fucking trap. I'm blaring drum and bass.
Was it in the desert? Huh? Or was it in the desert, or was the environment?
We're driving along the coast we're driving down the East Coast. So it's all super lush, green trees. Everything looks beautiful. Weather's perfect. Spring break, USA. It's just a good old American time, man. It's fucking sick. So we're cracking beers, passing blunts, ripping Whippets, just fuck fest. It is so complete insanity. Music's all the windows are down. Music's blaring as loud as it can possibly fucking go. We're headbanging for literally, I'm not joking, from the time we left. It was like the only person that wasn't headbanging for that total of 5 hours was whoever had just hit the Whippet the most recently. And they were just fishing out. And that included me, and my buddies literally having to grab the wheel while we're going down there because I'm completely fished out at the wheel. I have no idea what's happening.
You grab some CO2, I don't know what it is, during your driving state?
Oh, I'm ripping doubles. I'm ripping double CO2 canisters so that you fill the canister with one, they take the pot off, fill it back up with another one. I'm literally ripping doubles while I'm driving. And there are points where I will fish out or black out for like 10 to 20 seconds at a time. And my buddy, literally high out of his mind, just grabs the wheel and he's just kind of driving for me while I'm just barely there, just like a fucking complete bot, like an NPC in a video game, just barely pressing the pedals just because I'm so tunnel vision I can't see shit. So when I say that this is the most insane shit of my whole life, I'm not joking, dude. So we're about 2.5 hours out, right? My buddy in the back seat, the upperclassman who had booked the hotel for us, looks at his phone and he's got a phone call. I turn the music down, roll the windows up, and he starts talking. And on the other line, I can hear it's a female voice, and she's like, "Hi, Mr. Yes, this." And I could hear that tone in her voice. And I'm like, "All right, what the fuck is going on?" And my buddy was a little more soft-spoken in the back seat, and he's like, "What are you talking about? Like, we can't. What do you mean we can't? I booked this so long ago. You can't." And then I'm like, "Dude, hey, what the fuck is happening right now?" And he was like, no, just hold on, it's okay. And I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck is going on right now?" And he puts her on hold and he goes, "Well, they said that they're overbooked and they don't have a room for us." And I said, "Oh, well, that's not how this fucking works." And I went full Karen. I said, "Give me the fucking phone." And he gave me the phone, and I said, "Hey, listen, I don't know who you are. I'm sure you're nice, but you obviously do not have the capacity to deal with what we need to accomplish right now. I need you to put me on with someone that can actually help me right now." And I was full-blown Karen mode, dude. I'm high as shit. I'm so excited. I've had the fucking piss beaten out of me every day for 9 fucking months, and I'm ready to have some goddamn fun. Nothing is standing in my way. So she puts me on with the GM of the hotel. Mm-hmm. And he goes, "Sir, I understand what's happening. I've already started looking into solutions. We can put you up at another hotel that's right across from us. It's called the Epic Miami. Is that okay with you?" And I said, "Well, what does the room look like? Because we paid a lot of money for this room, and I'm not taking, I'm not dealing with anything less." And he goes, "Well, sir, the only thing they have left is the penthouse suite. So we would put you up there. No. Would that work for you guys?" And I said, "You know what? Let me talk to my friends here. And I'll
let me talk to my colleagues to see if they might agree."
So I put him on hold and I said, "Boys, how does a penthouse suite at the Epic Miami sound?" And it's just everybody's losing their fucking minds, dude. It's pure anarchy. People, I think one guy's puking out the window. Someone's punching the back of my head. Fucking headrest. People ripping whippets and fucking swallowing blunts. It's just pure anarchy, dude. Everyone's losing their fucking minds.
Wait, okay, did you have to pay more?
Nope, you did not.
Fuck you.
You did not.
Fuck you.
So yeah. So I take it. I'm like, "All right, guys, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Take it off hold. Put the phone back up to my face, and I go, "Yeah, that'll work. That'll be fine." Awesome, sir. Is there anything else that we can accomplish for you? And if just so you know that the reservation has been transferred across the street. It's called the Epic Miami. Here's the address. It's like, no need. I'll Google it. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate it. Hung up. Immediately, everyone, yeah! Everybody's freaking the fuck out, losing their goddamn minds, dude. It's like, it's like they just all got released from prison. It's fucking, It's just straight anarchy. So we keep going, doing our degenerate shit. And then we're about an hour out, right? And I go, "All right, boys, I think it's about time." So then the Molly comes out. And I have my bag, which is, the Molly. You know what Molly is?
Yeah, well, it's a drug, a strong drug.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, it's similar to ecstasy, but it's a completely different compound, and it's called the party drug, and it's I don't think I should say too much about it. This whole story is kind of glamorizing degenerateness, so. Definitely be careful.
Just so you know, whatever we're talking, just don't follow the actions that we do. We're just telling the story in the way that in this case Benji has lived it, but he doesn't recommend it.
Yes, and at the end, you'll see why this is a precautionary tale at the end.
Okay.
And you shouldn't just do stupid shit like this. I mean, it makes for a great fucking story. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But anyway, so I start finger dabbing Molly. I'm rolling tits. I am just 30 minutes away and my face is melting on the fucking steering wheel. I can't stop touching myself. I'm rubbing my buddy's hair next to me. I'm like, dude, your fucking hair feels amazing, dude. I can't wait. You're going to get laid tonight. There's going to be so many bitches. Dude, your hair is so soft. It's a straight up love fest now. Then the acid comes out. So I take my tab of acid. We're about 30 minutes out. I'm rolling, continuously doing
acid, you mean LSD. So you took LSD after taking... Wait, before you started with beers, right? Then weed, then balloons, then Molly, and now LSD?
So we started the day with blunts. So we started with pot. I don't know how much I smoked. I probably smoked a couple grams on the way down there. So we started with pot, and then it was whippets. We were huffing whippets. And then it was beer, and we're drinking just beers. And then it's Molly. So I'm rolling once we're about an hour out. And then I dropped LSD, and so I started hallucinating as soon as we get there. So this is an interesting part of the story. So we pull up to the Epic Miami, which is as fucking cool as it sounds. It is the tallest hotel in all of Miami. It's fucking huge. It's gorgeous. Marble floors in the foyer and all that. But before we get inside, we have to park the car, right? So at the Epic Miami, there is no parking your car yourself. It's only valet.
Yeah.
So we pull up in front of the hotel. This is what I'm wearing. I am wearing neon orange short shorts, a neon yellow tank top, neon green sunglasses, an America headband. I'm wearing American flag shoes. I look
Spring break, motherfucker.
Yeah, I am literally the most spring break frat boy you've ever seen in your entire fucking life. And all my guys are clones of me. They're all wearing their rave shit. We look like just the frattiest fucking douchebags you could ever imagine in your whole life. So we pull up to the Epic and get into the little circular drive-through, and it's literally it's the kind of driveway that has stones, but then grass perfectly manicured in between the stones. It literally looks like you're driving onto a fucking Saudi Arabian's palace. It's so fucking sick. So I'm sitting in this car now realizing how fucked up I actually am. I'm thinking back through all the substances and chemicals that I put into my body over the past 15 hours. And I went, oh shit. I look at my eyes in my little rearview mirror, fucking saucers. My pupils are the size of a goddamn YouTube thumbnail. It is ridiculous, dude. I am just on a different planet. And this guy walks around to my my driver's side of the car and knocks on the window, and I didn't understand what he was saying. And I looked at him. I rolled my window down. He was like, "Sir, I'm here to valet the car for you." And I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure, man. I got you." So I go to open the car door on my driver's side, and I'm not fucking joking, dude. At least 150 empty Whippet canisters, at least 5 empty beer cans, half of a blunt. I think my Molly fell, like it was in the bag, and my little baggie of fucking drugs fell on the ground. Everything clanking around, but all over the place. And I'm not joking. I started cry laughing as hard as I've ever laughed in my heart. I was laughing so fucking hard, and this guy is just looking at me like, what in the fuck is wrong with this kid? So I'm out of my fucking head. I'm laughing like an insane person. I gather all my belongings off.
How old were you? I didn't ask you that.
I think I was 18 or 19.
Okay.
Yeah. So I gather all of my paraphernalia and bullshit off the ground, and I put it in this cardboard box that basically housed all of my belongings for the weekend, which was the clothes that I had on my back, some deodorant, a toothbrush, and toothpaste, and the rest of it was literally drugs and alcohol. So I have one extra shirt and one extra pair of shorts laying on top of a literal cardboard box full of everything that would send me to jail in a fucking heartbeat.
The essentials. That's it.
The essentials for a music festival. I have nothing to my name besides drugs and an extra shirt. So I put it all together into this fucking box, and all my friends are just howling, laughing at me. And we start making our way to the. I give the guy my keys. I didn't know if I was ever going to see that car again. He could have literally been anyone off the street, and he could have stolen my fucking car. But we walk into the lobby. We go to check in, and I started to notice that everyone around me was in like matching suits, and I was like, "What the fuck is this, dude? Is the CIA here or something?" Of course, my paranoid brain, I'm super high, like, oh my God, they knew we were coming. They're here for us.
They probably should notice that I was in LSD during the call. Oh my God.
Literally, that was the moment when I was like, oh Jesus, the LSD might have been the final step. I shouldn't have taken that. So we go to check in, and my buddy's checking in for us, and I keep looking around, and all these people in suits, and then there's a girl in a white dress. It's like a huge white dress, and I was like, the fuck? Like, me and my boys here, I got 5 guys, yeah, all dressed like, you know, complete degenerates, and then there's like this super, what is this, a formal oh, holy shit, dude, it's somebody's fucking wedding.
Exactly.
Somebody just got married, and they're transitioning over to cocktail hour, and me and my boys fucked up out of our goddamn gourds, just basically drooling on ourselves in our frat boy uniforms. And everyone's looking at us like, what in the fuck? And we're all giggling and laughing, and we keep hitting each other on the arm like, dude, shut the fuck up. They're going to know, chill. And we're just fucking like, you're not supposed to be laughing in class, except this is the most real world example of that of all time. And so we check in, and we go up to the penthouse suite of the Epic Miami, and it is fucking epic, dude. Granite marble countertops, multiple rooms, a huge walk-in shower, hot tub. It's fucking so absurd, dude. It's so fucking nice. And so we get to the suite. We start putting all our stuff down, and I think it was Avicii that was playing at that time. So we were that was his set time. So we throw all our stuff down, get our little baggies of drugs, shove it in our assholes. Just kidding. Right under our like where our underwear is. We don't put anything inside of our bodies, kids. Not from the backside, at least.
For now. We already discussed that. You're exploring yourself.
Yeah, don't kink shame me, Felix. Come on. So we get all our little essentials, and we head back down. And this is the first night, but it's also the last time that Swedish House Mafia performs. So we go start seeing some of our artists that we really love, and I am quite adept at making my way through a festival crowd. I can make myself very small, and I'm very kind and gentle with people. Like, oh hey, I'm so sorry. I've my mom's up there. Whatever I need to tell them to get past. And so we're sneaking our way through the crowd. We get towards the front of it, and there's these 2 Argentinian girls that are dancing by themselves. They're a little shorter. And so we start dancing around them, and then eventually we start giving them drugs and dancing with them. And I put one of them on my shoulders, and we're having a fucking great time. It's awesome. It's spring break in the most American way. Just a melting pot of drugs and ethnicities, and everybody's hot as fuck and fit as fuck, and it's just pure anarchy in the best way.
Yeah,
it's America as fuck. Yes. And like 15 minutes in, or not 15 minutes, a couple hours into us dancing and all that, one of them goes, so I go, are you guys here alone, or what? We start talking like, oh no, our husbands are in the back.
Oh my God.
I was like, bitch, you were just on my shoulders for like 30 minutes. I don't think you have a husband. So that kind of weirded us out, and we didn't really want to get too tangled up in anything like that, even though it was all complete anarchy. Bullshit, yeah. So that, it came to the point where Swedish House Mafia, it was their time to come up on stage. And I was never a huge Swedish House Mafia fan. I heard their songs on the radio. I love some of their older stuff, but I was never like a diehard Swedish House Mafia fan. But when they came on this stage, I'm not joking you, tears flooded my eyes. They opened with one. Tears started flooding my fucking eyes. Everyone around me, I didn't know anybody. I've got one arm around one of these Argentinian girls, and then one arm around this random dude. I don't know where the fuck he's from. I don't know his name. I have no idea who he is. Everybody's joining arms, and they're playing their whole set, and it's literally everyone's scream crying the lyrics. Everyone's just so happy and euphoric. Everybody's high. It's just so much fun. Everyone's screaming the lyrics. It was so fucking cool. And then yeah, we went on the rest of the weekend and just did a whole bunch of degenerate shit. And this story doesn't have the best ending. It's really the beginning that was the awesome part of getting down there. It's always the journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess the precautionary side of that tale is I did end up getting kicked out of the military college that I went to.
Oh.
I because of drugs, I also was not allowed to walk with my graduating class in high school. I was able to graduate, but I wasn't allowed to walk with them.
That sucks.
At this point in my life, my short-term and long-term memory are so bad that it's kind of become like a bit of an issue in my relationships. I can't remember things well at all, and of course, that's irritating to your partner, and it's irritating to the people you love. My memory is just not very good, and I'm not saying I'm stupid here, but my memory is definitely not what it should be for my age because of how much punishment I put my brain and my body through. So I've had a lot of fun, and my outlook has always been burn bright, die young. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you just live a fast life and die faster. But that's the mindset of someone when they're young and that's hyper focused on making people like them and not doing anything for the right reasons. So at this point in my life, I obviously, don't want to die at 65, which was always my plan. Growing up, I would always be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be old. I don't want people to have to take care of me. I'm going to live fast and die young. I don't care at all. And now, I'm starting to realize it's so easy when you're young to just say, to act like you know what the future is going to be for you. You need some sort of confidence in yourself and in your future. So it's really easy to prescribe some meaningless value to your future that in 5 or 10 or even a year is not going to make any sense to you at all. You could, think you're going to know what's going to work out, but you know, not to get too preachy on it, but I've had a lot of fun times in my life, and that's just one of hundreds of degenerate experiences that I've gone out and mistreated my body and my brain, and I don't necessarily regret any of them, but I think as a precautionary tale, I also looking back at my life, I wouldn't be too upset if I had done some things a little differently. Not to say that I have regrets, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
I guess what I'm trying to say is it's easy to live fast when you're young and act like you know what you're gonna want tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, have fun definitely, but also don't act like you're gonna be okay with what's going on tomorrow. Actions have consequences.
Exactly. Well, yeah. In that specific subject, it's like, in a sense, you don't regret it, but it's like, in a sense, it was kind of selfish of your past self for your present self to do those actions because it didn't affect him; it affected you, right?
Yeah, yeah, I've never looked at it that way, but that's actually yeah, that's very true. And also, when you live that way, when you're just out.
Wait. But just let me change the battery and don't forget what you're saying right now. So I
No,
can
absolutely,
give me a
absolutely.
second.
Absolutely. All right, let's fuck around with chat. Um, I love that you're Jewish, Nino Lombard. God, that makes me happy. I'm a human. Yeah, we're all humans, sacred. You could be a Jewish human too if you want. I love you too. Hell yeah. Cat lives in Japan now, guys. He fucks mad Japanese bitches. He's dope. Danny, that's hilarious. Go back, go back. Yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to follow. Felix is the fucking man. He's so cool. I love being around him, talking to him. I can't wait to make money. I swear to God. Yeah, Nino, you say that now, but then when you're committed to a job, and if it's something you better make sure you love that job. That's what I'm saying. Because if it's a job you don't like, it's not going to be fun at the end of the day. You definitely do not want to be going to a job every day just to have money. No, I'm not streaming right now, but I do. I do stream pretty frequently.
Yeah, go because the guys. If you're not followed to Benji, he's a streamer and he's so fucking good. He's way better than me, so go check him out. And
No,
he gets
bullshit.
more subscribers, so go check him out. You will get more famous quicker. So go watch him. But you were saying in your story before we change subjects.
Oh Christ, what was I saying? No,
Oh,
you
god
told me
damn
not to
it.
forget. I forgot. See, guys, don't
Exactly.
do drugs. Don't do fucking drugs.
Don't fucking try. Well, look, here's the deal. Like, honestly,
Do a little drug.
no, yeah, for sure, do some drugs. No, but do a couple of them, but like with measure. Like you in your story, you totally didn't get any measured, and you exceeded yourself. And in the moment, it was right, and it was an experience. And I don't think you should not have done it, right? I think it's a cool story and a good experience still, but I don't know. There's a certain limit, right? And okay, in this case, it finished up right. Like the story is excellent, and the end of the story is good, and there's a moral and everything. But it could you know perfectly that it could have end up with a car crash, right?
Oh, I should have at least killed myself and at most killed 5 or 6 other people. How that didn't happen is purely a stroke of luck, especially with me being the one that was driving. I was probably the most fucked up out of anyone in that car. So that's one of the things when I look back and say it's a fucking miracle I'm not dead or in jail, because I definitely should be. And it was it was fun at the time, and the living reckless, it's fun at the time, yeah. But looking back on it, I don't hate myself, but I definitely hate some of the things that I did, because it was reckless as fuck, and it does make for great stories, but
Yeah.
it's not healthy or responsible, which is not something you think about when you're young. At least I
Well,
didn't. But
the thing is, it's fun till it isn't, right? It's fun till something bad happens, and when it happens, everything falls. And
yep.
if you keep on going in that direction, it will eventually fall, right? You can't keep on with that life forever.
Dude, I fell for sure. I had to go to jail once. I had to be in the hospital 3 or 4 times. I've had to go to rehabilitation clinics. We could get real deep into it if you want, but I have failed immeasurably, immeasurably. And if anyone, if you think that you fucked up on something or you didn't do something right, just come talk to me, dude. I could tell you one story from the hundreds of times where I've ended up in a bad situation. I've ended up hurt, or in some clinic I didn't want to fucking be in, or in some mandatory psychiatric hold in a state facility. I mean, I have fucked up more than you can imagine. And at the end of the day, I'm happy as fuck now. I'm starting
Mm-hmm.
to, I've had my shit together for about 5 or 6 years here, completely together. Um, Obviously, I still fuck things up, but I guess I could be a very good precautionary tale and a very good source of, just because you fuck up in the past doesn't mean that you can't get your shit together and do awesome things in the future. I I've been
Yeah.
to the some of the lowest points that you can imagine, just bone shattered in my face on a mandatory psychiatric hold at a state facility for 72 hours because they think I'm going to harm myself more than I already have, and just going in there on research chemicals that I didn't know what they were, and hallucinating to the point where I didn't know who I was, and having my parents be there and wondering what the hell's going on with me. I mean, I've been to just the darkest places you could fucking possibly imagine, and it does get better.
Yeah.
Gets a lot fucking better.
And I think that's the important part. Like there's redemption. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Even at least when you wanna see it, right? Because okay, you were on that path and you lived that experiences that were pretty devastating, but in one moment you decided to change it, and you did change it, and you did got redemption, and you got a better life now since in the last 5 days, like you're saying. You got the effects and the repercussion of your actions, but still nowadays you're not the same person. You've learned, you've changed, and you've experienced. So there's light at the end of the tunnel.
True, true that, dude. Welcome to the Hallmark movie that that Felix and I have created. I'm the degenerate, rehab broken son, and he's the father that I'm coming home to. I've always loved you, Dad. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, there's redemption always, my son. But
Uh,
well, dude, I have to say, fucking What a story. Like, I have to say, I was just sitting there, and normally I interrupt and I say stupid comments, but here I was just like, I felt like I was watching a hangover movie.
Oh, that's what it felt like, man.
Yeah, I could
Oh,
imagine. I could imagine that. That's pretty amazing, and it's crazy because, well, that's confidence to grab so many drugs and to do those type of things. Because me personally, I like drugs, but I'm super cautious with them. Like, in the sense of, I don't know if I could take them in a concert. Like, I would get so paranoid.
mhm.
But it's impressive for me to see people that in the country, like, they're really confident in that aspect of experiencing crazy dimensions in on certain territories.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, man. That's part of when I was young. I, like I said earlier in the show, I I never really had many friends growing up. I was always desperate to make friends, and as soon as I would make true friends, we'd have to move, and then I wouldn't be able to talk to them anymore. So I was always desperate for attention and friends, and any sort of love outside my family, which my family's great. Don't get me wrong, but I was always looking for that. And one of the ways that I made friends was riding the fucking lightning, whether it be through drugs or driving fast or just being generally reckless. That was like, oh man, this guy's like, he's going fast, and that's part of it. I just wanted to ride the fucking lightning into the ground. I had weird depression things from not having many friends, and I had some weird dark shit happen that shouldn't really happen to kids, and I just my entire child and young adult life, I was just looking to ride some fucking mythical dragon that's on fire with me on top of it, on every drug known to mankind, just straight into the White House and crashing and burning and fucking. I wanted so bad to just ride any sort of lightning or catch any sort of thrill, or be wild and crazy. It was such a unsustainable life,
Yeah, because
and there are many times that it, huh?
to a certain degree, you wanted to ride the lighting and the dragon, but you also wanted to get burned. You also wanted to crash in
Oh,
the White
absolutely.
House, right? Get destroyed.
Yeah, that is part of it. I wanted to go super high, and I wanted to destroy myself too, because I there's a lot of things that I really hated about myself, and still, I'm still working on those things. It's not like I'm some fucking perfect, fun human being now. But yeah, that was really the bane of me for quite a long time. Is I didn't like certain things about myself. I didn't like what was happening in my life, so I just acted the fuck out and just went as wild as I possibly could for a very long time. But yeah, the precautionary tale lies in the hospitals and the rehabs and all of that. So yeah,
Yeah, there's repercussions, like you said, to your
yeah.
actions. But still, you're good now. That's what makes me happy to me. Like, okay,
Oh, yeah,
most. There's a like, I know people, and there's a lot of people that go through what you've gone through and never come out because they don't get a wake up call. I don't know,
yeah.
but I'm
Yeah,
glad
that's
you
the guy
did.
you see stumbling around at the end of your street asking for money for drugs because I was well on my way. But yeah,
That happens. But happy to see you being a full human being nowadays.
hey, I'd say I'm
um,
like three
well, yeah,
quarters, but
yeah. What?
I'd say I'm like three quarters. But anyway, what we so
Enough.
what?
It's enough.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
what's
need a full human to talk with.
the
Either way. Congrats. Yeah, indeed. Congrats. Congrats in the
hey,
chat, boys. A little clap in the chat to Benji for a quite an amazing story, and thank you for opening. That was pretty fucking great. Great.
yeah, I've never
Uh,
really opened publicly about any of that shit.
well, I'm glad you gave me that gift.
Yeah.
But okay, here's the deal. This has never happened to me. No podcast that I've done has lasted more than an hour and 30 minutes because I try my best to make it short. But your
Sure.
story and your way of talking, are quite amazing, I have to say. Quite entertaining, I would say. It would be a fucking pain in the ass to edit this, but still.
Oh no, dude! I'll go another 2.5 hours, dude. I love this.
Yeah, I
That's
know you will, but still, we can continue. Honestly, I don't care if it's an hour and 30 minutes podcast. I don't care if you guys are. There's still 7 people watching. I don't know if you guys are getting entertained or you're liking it, the stories, but I fucking love that story because it's so fucking wild. Like it looks like a movie, or it sounds like a fucking movie, and it's so amazing.
yeah, yeah. I've got many of those. What about you? Do you normally pull out a pocket story here or no?
Yeah, indeed. Okay, you want to hear my pocket story? Okay, sounds good. I would put a sound effect, but it doesn't sound. I don't know why. No worries. That's just life. Imagine there's a sound effect. I can make it do. That's the sound effect.
You should imitate the Pornhub intro.
How was it?
Spot on.
Oh, Pornhub. Oh my god. It's really decaying. I think it's not as good as it used to be.
No, it's just. You know what, dude? You know what? Let's talk about that for just a sec, because you know what's fucked up, dude? I'll get on Pornhub these days, and literally, like some of the videos I see will literally just make me not want to do it anymore. I just won't. I'll just won't masturbate. Like on the first page, there's just some fucking like, just some 21-year-old massive hippopotamus of a human being with a just gaping asshole shoved into the camera, and it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Why?
What the fuck am I? What am I supposed to? Like on the most watched for, like, it'll be like most viewed in your country's like the first thing you see when you get on there or something, and it's like just someone with what looks like someone just gave birth to a fucking watermelon out of their asshole, or or there's just some fucking chick that's tied up into a pretzel with whiplashes on her goddamn, or it's like just some like an old woman, or there's so like, god damn it, dude, it kills me. So much weird gross shit out there, and not to kink shame. Here I go kink shaming like an asshole, but it's just y'all are into some weird shit, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the kinks should be in a more private section of Pornhub, maybe not in the home page.
Yes, so fucking real.
Okay, yeah. That was a little section about Pornhub. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it was good. I liked it. I'm gonna put it either way. So my pocket story, it isn't as crazy as yours because I've been doing 18 episodes of this, so I've said a couple of stories. But this is one that I just remembered not so long. Like I remembered it today, and it's been a long time since I've remembered it. But it's pretty crazy that I did this. So when I was 11, 12, more or less, I was in a class with all of my fucking friends and all of the popular kids. So it was the craziest class ever in school. And we even got drunk. It was the first time I got drunk, and I got shit-faced. It was really crazy. The vibe was so fucking disastrous, and it was so cool. So in my phase, I was getting through puberty, and I was a attention whore. For sure, and I'm still quite of an attention whore, like most of the streamers. But in this case, I was quite an attention whore. I wanted to make everything as possible to make my friends laugh, because that's what I liked it, and I live through that. But I don't want to annoy other people to make other people laugh. That's not what I live through.
Sure.
But when I was younger, I didn't really care. I was just, let's make my friends laugh. So one day, we were in Spanish class. We had to do a theatrical play. But the thing is, it was like most of the theatrical plays in school, they gave you the theatrical play. How do you say theatrical? Like, isn't there like a word to say it more shortly than theatrical play?
Just a theater production, or just a show or a play?
Oh, a show. Yeah, we had to do a show. The thing is, most of the shows, like, they give you the script and you read it and you play it, right? These guys, we got the freedom to write and direct the theatrical play, the show, and that was a fucking stupid idea. You shouldn't totally do that, but they did it either way. So I honestly don't remember what the show was about, but the point is I was a murderer for some reason, and it was the worst show ever. But the point was to make laugh our generation. Our generation, there was like 100, maybe 200 kids in our generation, so the same grade, and we were gonna show that we wrote to to our grade, and every single kid was gonna watch it. And not only that, the directors and probably the parents were also gonna watch it. Let's keep that in mind. And we were the ones writing it, so you can imagine it was pretty fucking stupid and disgusting. So
Yeah.
I do remember one specific thing of that play. In one scene, one of the things that we wrote is that I was gonna murder someone, then cut his balls, eat them, and scream, "Oh, bloody balls!"
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was the fucking idea. I don't know why, but it was funny for us. And
Sure.
you can imagine that when the teacher saw that before doing it in front of all the school, you can imagine that she said, "Don't fucking do that. I'm gonna get fired, and that's a fucking stupid idea. Don't fucking do that." And I was like, okay. And you can imagine that when the day came and it was gonna happen, like the scene was the same. Just she told me, just do the same scene. Just don't cut his balls and don't eat them and scream that you're eating them. And obviously, like in my head, I was like, yeah, I should not do this. But then my friends were like, "Yo, you should totally do this." And I was like, okay, I have to do it. So I did it, and you can I screamed bloody balls, and I fucking eat them, and the whole school was like, "Oh!" And others, my friends, were in the back saying like, "Oh my god, yes!" And if you, I remember, I when I returned backstage, I saw the teacher's face. She was she was gonna murder me, and
Oh,
I
Jesus.
honestly don't remember what happened, but I think I survived, and I didn't had any problems after that, and I hope she didn't had any problems. But the thing is, I don't know where I got the balls to scream that.
Balls. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a story. That is a pretty short story, but
Jesus Christ, dude. That's outrageous. That's hilarious.
that's
I could definitely see you doing that.
yeah, it's so fucking stupid. I don't know why, but goddamn, like on one, it wasn't funny, it was disgusting, but still, like the teachers told me that to not say it, and I didn't give a fuck. I don't know. I would never do that today, for sure.
Yeah, well, when you're young, dude,
You're young.
you if you just want to make people laugh, you get a lot more balls than you do as an adult.
Yeah, I don't know. You're less conscious about the repercussions of your actions. You just want to make people laugh, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I was a lot like that growing up too. I would do ridiculous shit in class to make people laugh. I was a bit of a clown, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I used to be that like that, and then my parents were like, "Okay, you're not gonna go out anymore because your grades are shit, and apparently you're a fucking clown. So, haha, on you."
Yeah. Well, my parents said something similar, but instead they sent me off to military high school, and I started getting the shit beat out of me, and I was no longer a clown.
Okay, well, the story is a bit different, but the source is kind of the same.
Yeah,
Uh,
similar story.
yeah. Benji, are you going to do Roblox next stream? Says
Cat, I
Katsutoki.
swear to God, dude, you psycho bitch. I may or may not do Roblox. I got to check it out and look into it. I didn't remember to watch that video, but I will. I'll go back and I'll watch the Roblox trailer. I promise. But we also have to make sure that everybody else wants to watch it too. I think it seems like it might be more of a kids game, so I got to figure out if the audience is just going to be children. Because if it is, I cannot build a following there because I am way too dark.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I've never seen a single person watch Roblox, so honestly, I couldn't tell you if it's a good idea or not.
Yeah, we'll see. What games do I play? I play a Warzone and a lot of Agario, mostly Agario right now while we're building up a bit of a viewership, and then we'll hopefully switch over to Warzone and games like Cyberpunk and just bigger AAA titles. But yeah,
Okay, okay. Well, here's the deal. Here's the last subject because we don't well we finished the time like an hour ago, so but still, like, let's do one last question, and here's a deep one for you, my friend. Okay, are you ready?
let's go.
Okay, so here's the question, Benji. Are you living a meaningful life?
According to who?
I don't know. That's just the question. Yeah, like you can. How do you define a meaningful life?
I think a meaningful life is defined person to person, and I think that for myself, a meaningful life will have at the end of my short rocket ship ride through this existence will hopefully have been to make as many people laugh or at least smile as I possibly could have. And so, am I living a meaningful life? I'm sure as fuck working on it. Um, I think I could be doing a lot better, and in this new year here, I'm obviously going to try and do a lot better too. But I'm definitely setting myself up to live a more meaningful life to what I believe that would be. And again, to me, that's making people laugh and smile. Okay. So that's my definition of having a meaningful life. And to everybody else, it's going to mean something totally different. But short version, yeah, I am, and I'm doing a lot better at making that making myself better at living a meaningful life these days.
How
what about
are
you?
you? Wait, before I answer, how are you doing that? What can you do in your case to improve the meaningfulness of your life?
Well, I am. I'm being more honest with myself about what's funny and what's not. I'm being honest with my intentions for why I want to grow this channel. I'm doing a lot of self-reflection, and it's not always fun. But I'm doing a lot of that. I'm focusing a lot on my day-to-day business with my other company, and making sure that that is going to be successful so that I can take care of people in the future. And I'm just generally taking a lot more responsibility in my day-to-day life so that I can, at the end of the day, all I really want to do is hang out in front of my computer and yell random shit online so that everybody laughs at me. So I think I'm setting myself up to do a lot better with that by being more responsible in everything I do, and just doing the shit that I know I need to do, waking up, brushing my teeth, going to the gym, eating as many meals as I need to, all that shit.
Okay, so yeah, you want to be more mindful of your actions and your presence in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. I like it.
Give me just 1 second here. I gotta take this off. I had to take my headphones off.
Go ahead, please. While Dad, I'm gonna answer El Niño Lombard. I'm still excited that you're still here, Max. That's impressive. Thank you. I don't know how you have so much time, and you don't have to study, but still, I do appreciate it.
Oh no, he's doing homework right now. He's watching while he does homework.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I like Warzone, but with Titanfall mechanics.
Well, also this is a lot more entertaining than anything else. You could turn on fucking Big Bang Theory, but what is that? They're not talking about Pornhub and drugs. This is something that we're basically creating a movie here,
Exactly. It can go anywhere and everywhere at the same time.
Whoa. Inside of you.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like, what was the word that you teach me today?
Oh, pegging. I'm pegging you in this conversation.
Oh my God, you're pegging.
I'm conversationally pegging you with the
I've known you for 2 weeks, and now you're pegging me in a comment. Yeah. Wow.
I have a tendency to do that.
That happens sometimes. I do like that, honestly. That's one of the things that I hate the most about people in Belgium and in Europe in general is that, dude, after 5 months of knowing people, it feels like I don't know shit about them, and they don't open up to me, and they don't have a personality to share, right? Because they have lived their whole life into comfort, and they don't really have a personality because they've never felt discomfort or experiences, right? But
Yeah.
like the country in your case. Like from the first time we talked, it was like, hey, what's up, dude? Do you like porn?
Yeah, that might have been the first like real conversation that we actually had. Yeah, and we graduated from that to talking about strap-on horse dildos. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that we are well on our way
Evolving,
to
yeah,
becoming
yeah.
the most degenerate people on the internet, and I could not be more excited.
Exactly. Like there's no better things than to talking about porn with your friends.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Also, from our last conversation, you asked me who my favorite porn star was, and I didn't really have one.
uh-huh.
But Mary Queen is like, if you don't know who she is, ladies and gentlemen, over the age of porn watching age, I don't know what that is these days.
Mary what?
Mary Queen. She's, you know, you got to see her in all of her glory, though. I don't think that I don't think a picture of just her face would be all too great.
I feel like I I don't know if I've seen her somewhere. I'm obviously not gonna show you guys, but no idea. But I'm gonna search it tonight. Maybe just a little informative
Just a little,
research,
just a little research. Yeah, go for it, man.
just to improve
She's
my knowledge about the world.
yeah, she's very real in her in the video in her videos. She's very
Honest.
she actually does enjoy it, and it's really really great to watch. So
Amen.
oh, Eva Elfie's great too. Yeah.
Strap on. Eva Elvis, but I don't watch porn anymore, to be honest. Okay, that why don't you? I'm curious because I don't know many people that don't watch porn anymore. Uh, do you know the NoFap community?
I do not.
It's technically a big community of people that go into month and month of not fapping to improve their self mentally and physically and
Good
get.
for them, dude.
Oh, I know Eva. I do know Eva. Eva is she's cool, but I don't. She's really hot, but I don't like her like the setup of her videos. How she talks in the story. I like stories, guys.
He's a story guy.
Oh, for
Oh
sure. If
God.
there's no like, I can tell you, if there's no story, I don't watch it. I don't like it. There's like 2 or 3 videos in my life that I've seen without story because if there's no prior story, I don't care. It's like yeah, it doesn't.
You're so pure. Guys, Felix is so pure and wholesome. Protect him at all costs.
Well,
He doesn't even skip the blowjob scenes, guys. Please. He needs to be he is humanity's last hope, dude. He doesn't skip the cutscenes, dialogue, blowjob scenes. He's in for the whole shebang,
well,
dude.
you need to know how he got hard. If you don't know it, how like how did he got to his point? It doesn't make sense. You need to feel that it's real.
Oh my
Really
God.
important.
I get yeah. Sorry, I keep
wait.
derailing us. What's up?
I learned that many girls are forced into it, and I kind of feel bad about it. Just that I don't want to get too much into it. Yeah, don't worry. But yeah, I've heard about that. The porn industry is really fucked up. I don't
Yeah,
know with
not great.
Lana Rhodes, I think that she left, and Mia Khalifa.
Yeah.
I've heard that they like it really, really shitty in many
Yeah.
sense.
I've heard that as well.
So sad. That's not cool, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I'm more into amateur stuff anyway. I'm not a huge fan of the overly produced something filmed on a set. I'd rather just watch some guy with his iPhone, you know, with his actual girlfriend that actually likes him, that is actually enjoying it, you know?
No, that's cool. I don't. Well, I do
Yeah,
like
no, I get it, I get it.
I like the
Yeah.
amateur style, but still like the high productions, I don't know. There's something about the HD 60p that makes
Yeah,
me
you.
shiver. 4K. Oh my god.
Oh, the porn snob over here.
Yeah, it's just the cameras that I like, not too much what it's
Sure.
in front of them.
Oh, you're a camera snob. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
you got it. Well,
I watch porn for the camera quality. That's for sure.
That's for sure. I go there next to HD 4K, and if it's not, I don't watch it. It's like, nah, next.
Dude, if it doesn't have a behind the scenes, the making of Lana Rhodes takes a horse cock in her ass, there's no point in me even being there, dude. What did I
Exactly.
come here for?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. If I don't see the face of the cameraman, why am I even watching it?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, so our is my life a meaningful life? Well,
Yes.
yes, obviously. Yes, indeed. I'm quite proud in a sense of the direction in which my life has come through and in which I'm going through. Like, um, I decided to not follow the normal path of most of the people, like going to university, following a decent career to get a stable job with a stable income, to get a family and to be stable in every sense of my life. I decided to follow a contrary and unstable direction, which was quite scary at the beginning. And honestly, it was hard. But now that I'm technically accomplishing it and that I'm happy, like I honestly feel quite certain that I'm living a meaningful life. What does, like, how can I define that? Meaning, I don't
Yeah.
know, a meaningful life. I feel like is if you die today, if today you die, are you okay with it or not? Apart from the fact that you would like to live more, from the sheer life that you've lived through, is that a good life? Is that a life that you're proud of? Is that a meaningful life? If yes, cool. If and you've lived a meaningful life and you're living a meaningful life. If not, if you want to live more and you're not okay with dying in this present moment, I feel like you're not. And in my case, if I die today, I'm okay. I would obviously prefer to live more,
Woo.
like, why not? But come on, if I die
Sure.
today, I'm like, and there's God in front of me, and like, and he's like, okay, well, you died, I'm sorry. And I would be like, okay, yeah, this sucks, but okay, I've lived many fucking incredible experiences, and I'm so lucky to have been through that. And I don't mean I've left everything that I need to live, but uh, till now I've lived an incredible life, and yeah, I would consider myself to be living a meaningful life.
Hell yeah, man. I can't say I'm the same way. I think if I died today, I will have lived a fun life, but I think meaningful, that's what I'm working on now.
Okay.
And I think that's going to take me a little while to make it meaningful because it's not for me. It's uh, in my case, it would be for others, making them laugh and smile and all that. So I get what you're saying though. That's fucking awesome. That makes me happy that you're there. That's
Thank you.
dope, dude.
Thank you. But at least like, I don't mind people not being there. I mind people not trying to get there, not acknowledging the fact that they're not there. And in your case,
Sure.
okay, you're acknowledging that for now maybe you're not there yet, but you're trying, and that's the only thing that you need to be doing. You need to try
Yeah.
to live a meaningful life, because the
Yeah.
contrary, I think, in philosophy is not good. I've heard stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
but
Oh.
but what up? I think that's the end of the podcast after 2 hours. And like, I have other, like, honestly, I have like three more subjects in my list, but come on, this has been more than enough and really fucking good. Like, honestly, we
Yeah.
could do like,
What are the other subjects? Just out of curiosity.
how was your New Year's Eve, your
Ah,
resolutions, and
yeah.
is 2021 gonna be a better year?
Uh,
You want to
yeah.
speed answer them, like
No, well, I don't really have resolutions, except to just continue doing what I'm doing. And as far as 2021 being a better year, I sure hope so. I have no idea, but we'll see.
we'll see. Let's hope, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be.
Okay, well, shall we do the outro?
The outro.
The outro time. Okay, well, let's do it. How did I do? Okay, that's it, guys. That's the end of the today's podcast. Thank you, Benji, for being here. It was fucking amazing. Really long, but fucking amazing either way. I really,
Yes,
really
yes.
enjoy just hearing your crazy stories.
Of course, Benjillionaire on Instagram and YouTube. Instagram Benjillionaire GG actually, and then YouTube's just Benjillionaire, and Twitch is Benjillionaire as well. Felix, I love you to death, and if anyone here is not subscribed or subbed or following Felix, please follow him. He's fucking awesome. I hope we do this again, man.
You're a fucking legend. It's funny because I've done 18 episodes and you're the first person that has promoted themselves before I do that.
Oh god.
But that's fun. That's fun. At least I don't have to do it now. Well, thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Benji. Go watch Benji on stream. He's really freaking funny and he's such a good and sympathetic guy. So go watch him. And thank you guys for listening to Pocket Stories. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
A little clap for Benji! Woo! Everybody claps in the chat. I don't know who's still here, to be honest. Probably just Max. But honestly, Max, you got the MVP. There's no debate in that. So a little clap for Max, which is Lignolo Lombard if you don't know. Good job.
Get it, Max.
Get it, Max. So Benji, thank you. It was really cool. Oh yeah, you can stop recording now.
Okay. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, because
stop.
The file would be really tough, probably.
Yeah. Okay. So file, save.
You need to export it as WAV.
WAV. Okay. Save. Save project is for an Audacity project, not an audio file. For an audio file that will open in other apps, use export. Okay.
Yeah, export. But thank you, Max, honestly, for being throughout the stream. To be honest, I'm happy that you've listened all of the stream. It's pretty amazing, and I hope you liked it. Do you have any tips and tricks? Well, not tips and tricks, but recommendations or things that you would like to change or that you would change personally? I don't know. Maybe because you've listened to a whole stream, so that's pretty amazing. Maybe we should add some transitions. I don't know. I feel like this. I wanted to add your camera, but it's so much more work to add that.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
I'm not sure if maybe next time. I don't know. I don't promise anything.
No promises.
But dude, Benji, thank you for opening. It was really cool. Like you got into some deep personal subjects, and I do really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Of course.
Really cool. So I guess let's close the live stream, guys. I think you probably are tired, and I'm tired. I woke up at 5 today, and to be honest, kind of dead. So I need to eat and relax because I've worked the whole day, and tomorrow is the same, and the next day will be the same because there's no resting days because we want to get to 100,000 followers, and that requires a lot of work.
Yes, never stop. If there's anyone that's gonna make it big, it's you, Felix. Don't you ever fucking stop,
bro. If I go up, you go up. That's how that's how the game works.
Hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir. God, I can't wait to do this again. I want to do all the things with you, man. I want to do podcasts, and I want to find games that we could, because you're such a lighthearted dude. That is so fun for people to watch. That if we could find a game that's like, open world and we get to run around like Minecraft or something, some shit where it's like you get to like create a character and then go like it's competitive, but it's also I think that would be awesome. I think we could build a series like Dream with his Minecraft series of Hunter versus Assassin versus Speedrunner, or something like when what's that other guy I really like, Fitz or Meaty Marley, when they play Rainbow Six Siege and they've got their friends talking. We get along so well that I think that if we were just to talk shit and have fun in a game, I think that would resonate really well with other people.
Yeah, you could make some montages like you already do, like take the highlights. I would love
That's
that.
What I'm
like,
saying.
Honestly, we could maybe try Minecraft because your community is quite, in a sense, childish because they look at Agario, which is cool. And I think people that like Agario probably would like Minecraft, no?
Dude, I'm so down for Minecraft. I've always wanted to fucking play it, and I think that'd be a good first game for me to get my mouse and keyboard skills up to par.
Okay,
So,
let's do it. I do have it, so honestly, I just need to download it, which is a pain in the ass. But apart from that, that's cool. I can do it
sure.
whenever
Sure.
you want, dude. So that's cool. Next thing, we're gonna play Minecraft. Who hasn't done that?
Yes.
Viva la
All right.
originalidad. Muy bien.
So, do you want to wait till we're off to talk about how I get this to you, or?
Yeah, don't worry.
Sure. Sure.
So just goodbye, guys. Thank you for everyone that watched till now. Obviously, the MVP is El Niño Lombard. I think there's no debate here. So congrats.
Obviously, goddamn, that man's a straight up savage, dude. I bet he fucks.
Yeah,
Well,
oh yeah,
I don't know
he
how old
totally
he is, so.
fucks. I remember in school he went
He
to the
fucks
same
hard?
school. Yeah, he fucks fucking hard, and he does like parkour and stuff. So he fucks and he
Oh,
flips at the
dude.
same time. Like he makes a flick flop, a flick flop.
Oh my god, dude. He'll do a flip and land inside your bitch.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about, dude. A little
Exactly.
parkour pussy action. Yeah, baby.
you got it.
Woo!
Well, thank you, Max, for everything. Thank you for everyone that watched till this point, and to the people that arrived through the podcast. I know that people have to go to sleep because I see that Flames lives in India, and I think Danya also lives in India, so that's normal that they have to go to sleep. But thank you for everyone that just came in the podcast and flip fuck, exactly, flip fuck. See you guys and have a great evening, boys. Bye bye.
Love you.
Bye bye.